Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ships Worldwide.
What episode is this?
It doesn't matter. We need to stop counting. They don't count in professional podcasts. They're just, hi, welcome to another week, and so it's so you can jump in anywhere.
That's right.
Right?
That's
you just jump right in. We're trying to be professional. That's why we're here wearing suits.
We should at least tell the suits.
They can't tell that we're not.
It is the week of August 19th.
Yes, we can say that for sure.
Yes.
August 19th, 2018.
2018. There's a lot has happened. Like, a lot.
Summer's almost over.
Oh my god, it is. I go back to school in like 20 days.
Dude,
that's scary.
I go back to school in like 2 weeks. I know, right?
But like, you're going back to school for an entirely
different
reason.
I'm going not back to school. I'm going to school to teach. So
yeah.
I have to get that set up. But I'll talk about that in my week. Is that my phone vibrating?
No, that's mine.
Okay.
Because you're a metal table.
Yeah, all right. Yes, my.
No, it's right here. Never
I was gonna say that didn't. If it was the metal table, everyone would have heard. So sometimes I'll play games and I'll put down the controller for a cutscene, and of course I put it on the metal table. And like one time I put it down and it was like a long cutscene in a game, and then it started vibrating for the cutscene, and on the table it was like, like it sounded like someone was doing like drill work, and I'm like, oh my god, it's great. It's a wonderful surprise every time. Don't put down a controller on a metal table.
Where did you get that thing anyway?
This?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually a truck box that we just added feet to.
Huh.
Like it's a work.
Oh, okay.
It's a work
because
truck
the metal
box.
Looks different.
You're supposed to put legs. Tools in it. So, yeah. But what we just did was we got some metal legs from well, I guess Canadian Tire, probably. Hey, Canada. And we put them on because then the thought was, A, it's cool and unique. No one else has it. And B, if I actually get a truck, undo them and I have a truck box, right?
But then you'd lose the table.
Yeah, well, who cares? I can get another one.
Also, isn't it, like, extremely cold in the mornings?
What? The table?
Like, all the time. It is.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. It's freezing.
That's kind of, I don't know. Maybe just because I'm used to it. So it's, I don't know.
But you can't put your feet up on it.
Yeah, I do.
You can, but it's like...
Okay, but
brace yourself.
Remember how I like my room, though.
You're weird.
I love a cold room in the morning. It's so nice. Well, I mean, in the summer.
I guess.
In the winter, I have 3 heaters. I have that. See that little thing on the wall there, that white patch?
Yeah.
That's a heater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, that's wonderful content for an audio podcast.
Yes.
My white thing. Yeah, so I have like 3 heaters, one in my bedroom, 2 in here to heat up this place. So.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, I like it. I like my room cold in the summer and warm in the winter, which you think is weird, but I think sounds pretty normal. I don't know, man. But I think let's get into our weeks here.
Before, like, I'm going to get in my week, but
yeah.
It's like, it's not on here. We have, like, a gnat infestation in one of our bathrooms in my house.
A gnat?
Like, you know those tiny little
Yeah,
bugs?
I know what gnats are. You have a gnat infestation?
Well, in the bathroom, like...
Dude, just play... You know Mario Party Gnat Attack? I mean, Mario Paint Gnat Attack?
That's what I do. But they keep coming back.
I
think they're, like, under the damn floorboards or something.
Wow, that's horrible.
We have, like, a bug catcher thing there.
Yeah,
and,
like, get...
apple cider thing to attract them, because apparently
they're
attracted to that. And it's, like, they just keep coming. And it's, like...
Get, like... the foam stuff that fills up the holes, because they'll go between the holes and stuff, like the hole between, you know, like a counter and the wall, they'll go between there. Just foam that up. They'll have nowhere to go.
We're not sure where they're coming from, though.
It's true. Yeah. Huh. That sucks.
Yeah. Hopefully they.
No, I don't have infestation here. Thankfully, I'm happy with that.
Well, at least they're not like wasps or something.
I don't know. Gnats bite, don't they?
No.
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 Okay, I thought gnats were...
They're like the most harmless thing in the...
Really? Am I confusing them with... I'm confusing them with fleas.
Yeah, they're not fleas.
Okay. Woof. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like end of the house. Like,
I mean, we had 2 flies in our house over the last week that like we could not get rid of.
There was a fly in my basement, like just chilling.
I hate it because like you try and get them and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're so small that time slows down for us and we can avoid all hits." We're like
a billion
we're
eyes.
The Bayonetta of insects. Like we have witch time on our down B. Okay. So to start, I think we should talk about our experience at a little thing we went to.
Yes,
we went to Animathon 25 here in Edmonton.
Surprising it was the 25th one.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's the longest running in all of Canada.
But it's just like, it's funny how the one I go to is the one that's like a quarter century.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, it's pretty big. We're kind of a nerd capital a little bit. I mean, we got BioWare here.
Yeah, that's
they're like literally set up by doctors here. That's why it's called BioWare, because there's 3 doctors from the university. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it was my 4th time there, and it was your first with anything anime. Whew. So regale us with some memories that you had.
When we got on the train, I was expecting every person to be on that train to be like some sort of anime nerd.
Yeah.
And first, it was just like people going to school, which it's weird to see people going to school.
Yeah,
during summer,
there's summer classes, yeah.
Right? But anyway, I'm like, we're not going to get through this train ride without seeing someone with that, like some big ass hair or something. And lo and behold, our second stop is...
In comes Jonathan Joestar. Yeah. Crop top and everything, with his shoulder pads and like the face marked up to look like JoJo with the lines. And I'm like, there he is.
And he was our tour guide to get to the convention.
And then we got off the train and we're like, I don't know where this is. Let's just follow the Joestar.
And I tweeted out, that's probably not the last time I'm going to hear that today.
Yeah, for sure.
And so when we got there, it got a lot worse in terms of smell.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
There was a point where it's like, wow.
Maybe it's because I just ignore it at a point. That's the thing. Smells. I'm very ignorant of senses at times. Like people will be like, "Don't you hear that annoying sound?" And I'm like, I've literally stopped listening to it. Like some people hate when there's a repeated sound. Mm-hmm. I just tune it out.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, no, that's me.
But like when we went into the booths area,
the dealer's hall there.
Dealer's hall, I realized like. This is actually more familiar than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
By the end, I actually pretty enjoyed myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There was definitely some really cool stuff there. There was a lot less that I wanted to buy than I expected. Like I went there thinking, oh man, I'm going to spend so much money. But then I'm there and I'm like, you know what? There's only a couple things I really want. And, I got them pretty much. But no, it was...
I got some 12 by 18 posters for Overwatch.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Framed them in like really cool frames. Did you see the picture?
Yes, yeah, you put it up in the Discord there, yeah.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Yeah, nice.
And I'm probably going to buy some more if he's at the next expo in September.
Probably, yeah. Well, was the artist themselves there, or was that just the person?
Just the person selling them.
Okay,
maybe his wife or something.
Yeah, okay, that's still cool. Yeah, no, and I got to see I got to see a bunch of friends I knew. We, you saw one of your friends there.
Yeah.
So it was cool. We went to the panel for Erica Lindbeck.
Yep.
Futaba, Minat, Celica, and she was also there with Mela Lee, who is Tiki from Fire Emblem, and Rachel Alucard in Blaze Blue. So we got to go watch their panel, and I got to get my nails painted, which was hilarious and so much fun. It was great. And then we went to go get our stuff signed.
Yep.
And you learned that you and her are quite similar.
Yes. Persona 5 was actually her first
anime thing. Game, yeah.
And she was big into Overwatch before, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, when she was telling the story, I'm like, wow, you are the exact same.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That was cool, yeah.
I got my Persona, away from all my other steelbooks. All my steelbooks are all packed together. And I'm like, I'm not going to put it so closely packed together. I'm going to put it somewhere a little nicer and separate. Okay. No, so that was great. It was a lot of fun.
It was really cool that lost my train of thought. That you got to sign she got to sign 2 things for free?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because I'm so used to
because you go to the ones from the comic expos, and they're so mainstream that it's that's where they'll get the money from everyone, right? Because and they're bigger artists, right? But when it comes to anime voice actors, they're small time. Mm-hmm. You won't recognize a voice actor in an elevator most of the time, right? Like, even I, who love voice actors, I need to hear them to really know who they are, right?
Sure.
Like, just looking at the two, like, I was surprised by how Melanie looked, because I expected her, because she's Tiki. She's a small, British-voiced, like, anime girl, right? And she was not that. And I was very surprised. But at the same time, then you hear her do the voice a little bit, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's you. But
I've been watching Vinny stream WarioWare Gold.
Oh, yeah?
And whenever Ashley comes up, I hear her voice. I'm like, that does not sound like
right?
Erica
Yeah,
at all.
because
Like,
she goes... Because they put on voices for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, it's not them... making up accents or whatever, well, it kind of is, but like they put on a voice, so that's really cool there. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Any other highlights you want to bring up? Oh yeah, we went to the gaming hall, and there's a whole like corner subsection dedicated to battle royale games.
Oh yeah, there was a lot there. Well, yeah, that's huge. No, the gaming section was cool. I saw a lot of friends there. Yeah, no, not much else other than I opened up all my blind bags and stuff and was happy with all of them. Those 3 little blind boxes I got?
Yeah.
I got all different ones, including one of the rare ones.
Nice.
So I was happy. And then I got the big Kamen Rider blind bag, which had some cool stuff in it. So, no, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
If you want to know more about Tanner's experience, you can check out his video.
I did throw up a quick vlog. Yeah, just talking about some of the stuff because I just wanted... It's part blog, part unboxing because I went through all my blind bags and stuff, so that was cool.
Cool.
Okay, go into your week. I see you have a lot there.
I played a lot. I watched a lot.
Nice.
I read a lot, actually.
Oh.
So starting out with the biggest game I started and completed between now and last podcast. So a certain character got into Smash Brothers. A certain few. Certain franchise got into Smash Brothers.
Let's go. Yeah.
So I decided to play Super Castlevania 4 on my SNES Classic. And wow. It is an incredible game.
It's dope.
I'm not usually a fan of 8-bit music at all.
That's 16.
16, sorry.
There you go.
Maybe that's why I like it more.
Well, yeah, because it's Super Nintendo 16.
It's
so
like some of the best 16-bit music.
Oh, yeah. Ever. Well, the cool thing is the last couple levels, it's all remixes from Castlevania 1 to 3. So it's like...
Another thing with the music is when I was fighting Dracula at the end, and when it went into his final phase... It started playing Simon's theme, and I'm like, that's so hype.
It's so good. Simon's theme is so good.
So glad it's in the stage.
I love when you beat the stage too, it plays just a little snippet of Simon's theme. It's so good.
It's so hype.
It's so good. So you
super difficult. Like I used the reset option so much.
One of the easiest ones.
Really?
Yeah. So okay, you know how you can whip in the 8 directions?
Yeah.
That's only in Super Castlevania 4.
Oh no.
Every other one you can literally only whip forwards.
Oh no.
You know how you can move in the air?
Yeah.
In the old Castlevanias, you have to commit to your jumps. Much like in real life, when you jump, you can't navigate in the air. You are launched at a set path. So
it's because like I didn't want to like hang up on the game too long.
No, for sure.
I wanted to get through it and I got the experience. It's like I know where his moves are coming from now and like the axes.
Well, no, what I'm just saying is Castlevania, like the classic ones, are hard games.
I have the NES Classic, so I can like play them whenever I want. But
yeah,
I don't know if I want to.
No, yeah, I would definitely take a look at because Super Castlevania 4 is a remake of 1, so you don't need to look at 1. I would definitely look at 3 because it does some interesting stuff. It's also the hardest, but just to give it a look and see. 2 sucks. 2 is a bad game.
Really?
So
I thought it was like the most popular one.
Oh, for music it is.
Okay.
No, it's so instead of being linear, it's kind of proto-Metroidvania where you have a big world where you can explore in every which way. But here's the problem. It's like Zelda 1 in which, yeah, you can explore everywhere, but you don't know where to go.
Oh, okay.
And all the text in the game is horribly mistranslated or lies. And also, the game has a day-night cycle, which is cool for an NES game.
That's cool.
But basically what that means is every 5 minutes, the game pauses and it says, "What a terrible night to have a curse," and the screen slowly fades out for 25 seconds. Slowly fades in for 25 seconds, and then you're back playing for another 5 minutes. You have to wait almost an entire minute for the day-night cycle cutscene to happen.
Yikes.
Yeah, so that game's not good. Bloody Tears, which comes from it, is the best part of that game.
Which is in Super Castlevania.
Yeah, also the story's really good. As by story, I mean like just the premise. It's basically, okay, end of Castlevania 1. I don't know if this happens in Super Castlevania 4. I haven't beat it as a kid, and I don't remember the ending. Does Dracula's head fly off at any point in Super Castlevania 1?
You mean 4?
4, that's what I mean?
Don't think so.
Okay, so basically at the end of Castlevania 1, you whip off Dracula's head, and it literally flies off his body. And what happens is at the end of Castlevania 1, all his body parts get, like, sent flying like the Chaos Emeralds. Like, every bit of his body. So Castlevania 2's story is Simon goes, collects the body parts, brings back Dracula just to kill him again. Which is the most petty, amazing thing ever. Like,
awesome.
Like, that's awesome, but the game's terrible. So like I said, the next ones that I would say, like, are to look at is I would recommend, again, you watch. I wouldn't say play because it's even harder. Rondo of Blood.
I'm going to wait for Vinny to finish that.
He did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, the 2 parts he put up is the whole game.
Oh, okay.
Because it's an old game, so in 6 hours he beats it.
That's fair.
And shows up everything.
Okay.
Including both endings, which is cool.
Nice.
I watched it, it's great. And then after that is Symphony, which is
That's
perfect.
the one I'm going to play.
That one's amazing.
Another thing about Castlevania 4 is, like, before the final boss, Dracula, you have to fight, like, a gauntlet of bosses.
Yeah.
And, like, the first one was, like, I thought was, like, a weird version of Dracula. Because, like, it was, like, a monster.
Okay.
Like, its monster form, almost.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, is this Dracula? Like, is this the final boss? And no, because it then went to...
yeah, I know which one you're talking about, yeah.
And the second one was, like, this bird thing with a spear.
Yeah.
I hated that thing.
So here's the thing.
Hated
cool
that thing.
Symphony of the Night, those two are a tag team boss you fight together. It's awesome. Nowadays, those two specific enemies are, like, inseparable. Like, they're always chilling out with each other. They're, like, best friends now. It's awesome. They come back.
That bird one was so difficult.
Oh, yeah,
like,
it's...
Because when you ever hit him, he, like, jumps in the air and
Yep.
comes back down.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, the instant he jumps down, like, the next pixel is a spear out, and it's like you got to be ducking
that
around
dude.
that.
Yeah,
like,
that dude's tough.
And then Death. Oh, Death was, like, the hardest boss in that game. Like, the spears everywhere, and then, like, when he threw out the scythe,
Yeah.
but he was pulling you towards him, and you got to, like, maneuver. That took, like, a good half
It's a
hour
tough
to do.
game. It's a tough game.
And, like, if I didn't have that reset feature,
Yeah,
I'd probably
for
be
sure.
playing it. So moving on, also kind of Doom Eternal, like, the gameplay came out for it, so I wanted to go back to the first one. And I played on Switch, and I'm like, before I started playing, I thought, like, oh, the graphics aren't going to be too bad for me, right? Like, I can get used to it. But I was like, no.
Really?
After playing the PS4 version, it's, like, so muddy. And it's
Really?
Like, I mean, like, for people who
Yeah.
just have that version, it's like,
Yeah.
it's great to have, but, like...
So it being portable does not trump the...
No.
Okay.
I played it in portable. I'm like, I just want a good-looking version of this, right?
Fair enough.
After that, I played Overcooked 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
Played it for about 3 hours with one of my friends, and wow.
I heard
hate it.
it gets extra stressful.
There are bonus levels where you gotta mix 2 ingredients together,
Yeah.
then put it in the oven, and then put it on a plate, and then serve it.
Wait, what?
Like, there's a mixer. You gotta put, like, carrots and flour in a mixer.
Oh, wow.
Wait for that
Okay,
to
I
mix,
get it.
Then put that into, like, an oven, cook that,
It's rough.
and then this is all the while where the tables are turning in, like, a counterclockwise.
Oh, and you have to put it on the tables.
No, like the places where, like, the
Oh.
cutting boards and, like,
Oh.
the ovens are, they're, like, constantly moving, and there's people moving them, so, like, they can be blocking. And there's another one where
I'm stressed hearing this.
you're cooking on a hot air balloon, and everything's fine, right? There's just, like, fireplaces everywhere. It's like they eventually go out, but then all of a sudden, the kitchen falls through the clouds, and you can't see what's going on. And then, like, a few seconds later, it's all on the ground, and the whole layout of the kitchen is different. So you gotta, like,
What?
you gotta, like, what's the word?
Reorient
yourself
Yeah.
to, like, keep cooking. And then there's another one where, like, there's a left side, a middle side, and a right side, and they're, like, there's stairs, but sometimes they disappear.
Man.
And you also got to be cooking, and you also got to be washing the dishes too.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, it's dumb.
It's so fun, but it's so, like,
See, I can understand
like
where you'd have fun,
games.
but for me, who stresses out about stuff and not being perfect, like, oh my god,
I'm so good at micromanaging, so that's why I love the game.
Nope.
It's like, I'm only on the world 3. There's like 5 worlds.
You're gonna come back and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, they added like the ability to kill zombies.
They're adding
and,
a
like,
new game plus mode.
What?
With a 4th star.
Oh my god. You have to do even better?
Yeah.
No. No.
The whole story this time around is like, the Onion King resurrected bread, and they're called the Unbread, and you gotta like keep them satisfied.
Okay.
By feeding them.
I see.
But yeah, it's really fun so far. It's a quick Overwatch thing. I've been getting some skins. I have 3 skins left. The ones I want the most are the ones I have left.
Of course.
Unfortunate. I put this in because I wanted to talk about something about it, but I don't remember it anymore. Oh well. Anyway, also been playing some Octopath. Gonna just recap this. Mm-hmm. I'm 50 hours in, and I'm just doing the last chapter 2.
I'm on my second chapter. I just finished my second chapter 2.
Yeah.
Because I've been playing it too much because I've been doing other stuff. But
I don't like to fast travel because I like to.
Really?
I like to level up the characters as like they travel.
No, right? Fair enough. I did get to a point where I needed to grind.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
I don't like hitting those walls. I like progressing naturally.
You know what's weird? For me, I find the bosses more manageable than the gauntlet of regular enemies you have to fight to get up to them usually. Like the bosses, it's fine. You have items.
Oh, you mean like the dungeons before the boss?
Not even the dungeons, but just going from place to place. Like in the level 2 ring, like for example, like the bears in the ice area. Like those dudes do a lot of damage. And it's just because over time, like I don't want to use up my MP or items, right? So it's very much like, okay, I'm going to hold off till I get to the next town so I can go to the inn and that's a full heal for way cheaper than any of my other stuff, right? But it's just like that scraping by. And one time, like I was on death's door. Like it was literally like everyone was nearly dead except for Tressa, who had the ability so that when she hits, like, she'll survive 1 hit with 1 HP. Like, I prayed to the run gods that my run would work, because there was no way I was killing them with Tressa, right? And, like, that was, like, the one time it worked. I'm like, thank God, because the run never seems to work in this game. Like, some games, it's like the run always works.
What do you mean the run?
Like, running away from battle.
Oh, fleeing, okay.
Yeah, fleeing from battle. Like, some games, fleeing from battle, like, always works. Or it's like, it's so high of a chance that you're like, yeah, whatever. But in this game, it's like, you run, and it's like, oh, not only did you not be able to run, your whole party trips and falls, and then they waste an entire turn, and oh, here come all the enemies, and it's like, great, good.
Yeah, it's weird, because, like, the towns and, like, the level you need to be to do those chapters in those towns are a lower level than like actually getting there. Like there's a place. Have you gotten to Victor's Hollow yet for Albrechts?
No, but that's next for me. I think.
Yeah, that area is level 27, and the path to get him to that town is level.
Well,
31.
no, the paths level up with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, the paths level. Like every time you complete something, those paths level up.
Except like the base ones, because they're all level 11.
Well, yeah. Like the base ones will max out at 11.
Yeah.
But then once, like when you first go to your first one, it starts off at like 18. But then you complete a quest and it goes to 20. Complete a quest goes to 22. But they max out after a while. But they do level up with you. Yeah.
It's kind of like it like grows in a circle.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still really fun.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like it's a good like.
Have you unlocked the job system yet?
Yeah.
Okay. When do you get that? Because I thought it would be pretty much as soon as you complete a second dungeon with someone.
There are, like, temples in and around the world.
Oh, wait, what?
That you have to go into and get those jobs.
Really?
Yeah.
I never saw them.
They're, like, pretty hidden.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to change up how I'm going to play now. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So explore when you're...
Yeah, because I've already maxed out 2 characters for their job. So I'm like, I want to get a new job with them so that I can, start diversifying them. They're so useful
because you give them many more weapons.
Yeah.
And like, just abilities to hit weak points.
And you do know that there's more jobs than there are character types already in, right? Did you know that?
Like past the ones that are like base?
There's more that aren't the base ones.
I didn't know
so
that.
yeah, there is. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so that's what I've been playing other than the obvious thing.
Yeah.
I've been watching Better Call Saul season 4 premiered. Not last week, but the week before.
Has Saul been called yet?
He has.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Multiple times. So the season opened up really well.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to feel like I know where this is going. It opened up well, but
not well as in like good for the character.
No, yeah.
But well as in like holy crap, this is a well directed. Every start of the season, I might have like already talked about this, but like when the season starts, it like does a flash forward.
Yeah.
After like Breaking Bad, and like it's been telling the story of how how Saul's been living. He's named Gene now to like cover himself up.
So did you say G?
Gene.
Okay, I heard G, and I was like, oh, is he the president of the earth?
They've been showing him. He works at the Baskin Robbins and all that. And end of last season or beginning of last, you know what I mean. He falls. He has like a condition.
Oh.
Then in the beginning of the 4th season, he gets put into the hospital. But there's this like, he's worried because he's going to get his real identity discovered with like the stuff. And he's like in bed getting all worried, and like someone comes in and is like, "Oh, okay, you're good to go." And then like he's leaving out of the hospital, and the doors open up, and like he gets called back, and he's like, "Oh, you forgot your ID." And it's like, "Okay, thanks." And she's like, "Oh, that's weird. This isn't going through on the system." And he's like starting to like sweat. He's like, "Oh." And he's like, "Could I get your social insurance number?" And then he says it really slowly, like he's like, "Oh, it's still not working." And it's like, "Oh, stupid me! Like I put a O instead of a 0. Haha, stupid me!" And like sigh of relief. And while he's doing this, he like keeps going towards the door to leave, but he gets getting called back. And the way the doors open, like just like
That's
fill
cool.
the tension up is like ugh. And then he gets into a taxi to go home, and the camera shoots to a thing on the mirror hanging, Albuquerque stuff, and that's where like Saul did most of his work, his Orient stuff. And he looks into the mirror and he sees the driver like staring at him, and it's like, uh-oh.
Cool.
And then he gets out the car, and he's just like, drop me off here, because he's like, uh-oh. And he walks around the corner, and he's like, as he's walking, the car's still like parked there. It didn't take off, and he's like looking behind him. And then he turns the corner, and he's like, and that's where it left off. And they're going to the season.
Nice. Okay, that's good. That's a good cliffhanger. I like it.
Man, I won't talk about the rest, but like, this segment's already too long. And then finally, I read an art book called Road to Avengers Infinity War. And there's some pretty cool tidbits.
So it's an art book with like behind the scenes stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just an art book. It's like one of those ones with info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They describe like how they designed the characters and all that. There's a cool image where you know the fairy scene in Spider-Man?
Oh, okay, yes. When you said fairy, my mind went to like fairies.
No.
Like, and I'm thinking, and I'm like, wait a second. When was there small elf-like creatures flying around in Spider-Man? Right, yes, the fairy scene, yes. Or as we should have said, the boat scene.
That's fair. The way it was like a drawing of it,
yeah,
the concept art, and like Vision was there, and War Machine was there too. Like, so that was like an original thing they were like coming up with.
You know what? I bet you that was what it would have been if they couldn't get Robert Downey Jr. to sign on.
Oh no, Iron Man was there too.
Okay.
So
well, I mean, but it could have been just the remote controlled suit.
That is fair. Yeah, there are other interesting tidbits like how like they wanted to make the Guardians outfits more like rock star since they were like they're like famous now.
Okay.
After the first Guardians.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, I love art books. They're great.
Yeah. And that is it for my week.
All right. So, for mine, I've been not playing a lot because I've been really busy getting ready for school here. So getting stuff together, for my classroom. We're making it kind of industrial style, like adding a lot of metal, a lot. I mean, my dad just brought down a shelf that I can definitely put up over there because it's going for like metals looking and like making it look kind of more masculine and stuff, because they're trying to really move away from an elementary classroom being like primary colors and, you know, like happy little pictures. Like they're moving away from that.
Comfort. You don't want.
Oh no, it's still gonna be comfortable, but like, for example, it's not gonna be primary colors everywhere. It's gonna be like.
What was the issue with that?
It's just, it looks unprofessional for schools now. To look like for the upper grades, at least for like grade 5 and 6 there, they don't want it to look like a kindergarten. They want it to look more like what they would expect in, you know, junior high, right? You're starting to transition them into a more mature environment. So, you know, I got some real cool stuff. We got this chicken wire that we're going to put up, and what it's going to be is we're going to put it up like kind of on the boards there, and then instead of sticking stuff to the boards, we're going to have like clothespins to pin their work to it. So it'll be like hanging on a clothespin instead of hanging just like stapled to the wall. It'll just like a lot of little stuff to look cool. So we've been getting that ready there. I got a new phone. Finally, I'm away from Apple's gross shackles.
How's the battery?
So it's like on its own, not using the battery saving mode. It's really good. It's with all my stuff I have on it. It's about 11 hours. But that can crank up to about 15 when I go in the battery saving. So like, it's really good.
Far cry from what you had.
Yeah, far cry from an hour and a half. Like, I can't believe how bad it was. It was the worst. And the cool thing was, I didn't even know this. Like, it came with a little, because it uses USB-C, right?
Yeah.
It comes with a little adapter that lets you then, like, you plug it in, and then it turns the bottom into a regular USB plug-in. So I can charge other stuff with my phone if I needed to. But here's the cool thing. You then plug in an iPhone, click the sync button, and it just pulls everything over. Like, it just brought all my old stuff. So I'm like, wow, I literally do not need my iPhone anymore. Because I was worried. I'm like, well, I'll have all my info on it. It'll take a while to transfer. It's like, no, you just press a button. That's smart cool. Sync done. The only problems, there's two, is that one, YouTube does not have night mode on Android. And that is...
Why do you use night mode on a YouTube?
It looks so nice.
No, I never use night mode.
Night mode YouTube looks so... I'm going to go to night mode YouTube on here right now, and you'll see. Please be in night mode so I can confirm. Please.
Why do you want to be night mode during the day?
Gross. Why is it not on night mode?
This is fine.
This is horrible. No, I need to go to... Where's the night mode switch on here?
Are you like a freaking vampire or something?
I love night mode. It's the best. How do I... Isn't it under...
I don't know. I don't use
YouTube settings? It looks so much nicer. Oh, I don't know how to find it.
I did put Twitter into night mode past 10 p.m.
Okay, wait. YouTube dark mode. It looks so good. YouTube has a dark mode. Here's how to turn it on. Thanks, CNET. Okay, but look at this. Look at this. Doesn't that look so much nicer?
Not really.
Yeah, it does. Look at that. I love night mode. I love it so much.
Nah.
So that's why
it's all about the white and the red.
No, it's too bright.
Why is it too bright?
Because I'm nine times out of 10, I'm watching YouTube in my bed at night.
When you're watching YouTube, do you look at the screen? Do you look at the menu?
Yes.
You don't watch the video?
Well, no, but if I'm trying to get to a video, I need to go through the menus, and I don't like it where I open up the YouTube app and at night it's like, it's in my face.
Turn down the brightness on your phone.
Doesn't matter, because I want to watch the videos bright. Turn down the video brightness, and then it's not bright enough.
And do adaptive brightness.
Stupid. Night mode is the best on everything, and I don't get people who don't put it on for literally every service.
I don't.
It's the best. The other thing was getting used to the keyboard was big bad.
Okay, when you said that when we were talking, I thought you were like got a new keyboard for your computer.
No, the keyboard on this phone, it's like the way you type is different, which I didn't like at first.
What do you mean?
The button placement.
Okay.
All your punctuation, like everything that I use to type is different. Even so little as like the big thing is on my iPhone, do you know what you do to put a period? You press space twice. Space. That's a period. That's not on this. That wasn't on this Android.
No?
It wasn't. No, I would do...
It's on my...
So, but here's the thing. So I got a new keyboard type for my phone. It's called Swift Key.
That's a really good one.
And so I got that. And it's like, and it's not only everything's the same as the Apple, like placement wise, pretty much. It's better in some places. Like it has on all the keys, you can hold it for a punctuation mark instead.
Yeah.
Like, so you can, press it for one, hold it for another. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Definitely look into more apps that they're way better than the base apps.
But that's the thing. It's like with Apple, there's nothing you can do that changes the phone. Like every app is a separate thing. And it's as soon as you go out of that app, it's done. It can't change features on your phone. Android is very different. It's more like, you can have it set for different things and change how things work. Like, for instance, do you have the Bixby button?
No, that's only on Samsung.
So I have a Bixby button, which I press and it... Oh, yeah, you have Google Assistant. Yeah, I can
squeeze the phone for it to activate.
I have a thing where it's like you press it and you can talk. I hate it. I don't like it at all.
I only use a Google Assistant on my home.
But I got an app that can make it change to Google Assistant. Or I set it so that now I can click it and it does the, on iPhones you have the quiet switch.
Yeah.
It just does the quiet switch. Yeah. So now if I'm somewhere I want to be quiet, I just click the quiet switch.
That's why
and
Androids are better. They're much more customizable in every sense of the word.
Yeah, no, so that's really nice. The only other problem I have is, and it's just something I have to get used to, because there's no home button, when you're playing anything that takes up the whole screen, it's like either it makes a little like bar there to make it have like a button space, but then you're looking at them like that doesn't look right because it takes up the full screen. Or you have to do it where you have to swipe up or press hard to do the button.
Okay.
Because it's also an adaptive screen, so I can press it harder. But that's just something you have to get used to.
When you're watching YouTube, you have to like you have the bars on the side of the screen.
I can, or I can expand it to make it the full screen.
Yeah, that's what I do too. I don't really like it when it gets cut off. But
I don't either, but it depends on what I'm watching a video of. Because if it's something that I don't really care about, say like a Let's Play of like a shooter or something, where it's like whatever, I don't care. One thing I do like is if I'm watching a show with subtitles, the subtitles will get like pushed up because they're not hard coded on. They're like part of the program, so then they get pushed up. So no, it's
really nice when you have a like, full display.
Yeah, it looks really good. So the display is really nice.
And you have a headphone jack, which I don't.
Yes, and I have a headphone jack. That's the best. I love my headphone jack.
I've honestly moved on.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. It's just like I have headphones. All these actually the headphones that it came with are really nice. They're like they have like the kind of like the braided cord.
Okay.
And then, but it's like and they're the ones that kind of go into your ear with the little plunger type thing. And
you
like
in your headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really good. So no, I'm really enjoying it, and it's something that I just need my case to come in the mail. It's coming because otherwise, right now I'm treating it like a newborn baby. It's very weak and
I get a new phone.
terrifying to have. But and I did get the wireless charger.
Okay.
So I got, it's just like a little nightstand that you put your phone in like this. Like it just stands on it and it charges just through the back. And it's like, that's
and you
cool.
can like even get like third party ones where you can
that's what I did,
put it down on the thing.
Well, yeah, no. So instead
of standing up.
I had the choice between stand up or lie down. And honestly, if I was like, you know what? Honestly, if I'm going to be putting it down, then like, what's the difference between that and plugging it in? So I got the one that stands up, so I can
plug it in. You have to find the
cord.
But
that's fine. Like that doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's already plugged into the wall, anyways, right? So the cord is there. It's just plugged. So instead, I've got the stand so that I have it almost like a little nightstand, so that I can, and it has the always on display, which shows the time. So it's like cool stuff.
The only thing with that is that the only negative you get with Samsung is you don't get the Android updates. You have to wait for a good year.
That's fine. I don't care.
Because like right now, I got the new Android 9, Pie. And
okay.
It switches some stuff up. It like makes things rounder, which is fine.
That doesn't matter too much to me because there'll probably be bugs when it first comes out. So I'm like, let them beta test. I'm good.
Yeah. And another thing that they screwed up is the multitasking window. So for like before,
I mean, mine's fine.
You hit the multitask thing.
Yeah.
Before you just had to hold it, and it did the
That's in my options. I can turn that on.
Yeah, but no, for mine, it doesn't do that anymore, and you have to actually do the multitask, and then you have to hold the button down on the app and then select the multi-screen thing.
Yeah, I can turn that on, but I don't use the multitask too much, so
me neither, but it's always nice.
Yeah. Okay. Other things, one show that I've been continuing to watch is Chio's School Road. specifically the dub on Funimation.
Okay, sorry. Going back to Anime-thon, I can't believe you brought up that Hot Springs show during that panel.
Really? You can't believe that?
Like,
dude, everyone there is a dirty, degenerate anime watcher. Like, that's... There could have been worse
Erica
stuff.
didn't know what that was. Neither of them knew what it was.
That's fine. They don't watch all the stuff. Okay, but so I've been watching the show Chio School Road, and I think it's one of the funniest things I've ever watched. I want to watch an episode with you because it's the funniest. Like, I cannot... Okay, so here's the thing. Some people always get mad that dubs of anime usually don't stick to... Like, it's not a translation. It's they localize it. They don't translate it. Meaning, the jokes and stuff, the jokes that don't make sense in America, they remove and they put in, you know, words and lingo that make more sense for American audiences, which some people have problems with. But here's the thing. This is the funniest show ever. It's hilarious the way they talk and what they talk about, and because there's so many things that would be lost in translation. You know, talking about jokes about honorific, Japanese wordplay never works out. You got all this stuff, so it's like, what do? They make up original jokes to go with it, and it's so funny. So I just cannot say it, and it's cool because it's a simuldub, meaning that it's literally being written. Like when the episode comes out in Japan, they have like a week to write, voice, and edit it all together. And then it's out the next week. So it's on a 1 week delay. And like by that 1 week, it's like perfect still. Like it's still done so well. Like aside from one, like then they'll usually before the DVDs go out, they'll go back and re-record a line that didn't work or like maybe change something up if they made like a slight error, right? But it's like, oh, it's so good. We're going to watch an episode because it's so funny.
Okay.
It's so good. I fell down a rabbit hole on YouTube.
Oh no.
Called Defunct Land. And it's basically an entire YouTube channel dealing with like forgotten or broken down or like mistakes or even just the history of like amusement park stuff. And it's really well done and interesting. There was the episode on the Nickelodeon Hotel that I watched, which was just so bizarre and interesting, and so it's a rabbit hole that I've literally just been putting on because it's been really good. And then the last two things, I'm continuing to play 2 games for my YouTube channel, Resident Evil 4, which we will talk about later, as well as Danganronpa. I got to the big twist of Danganronpa, and I can see why some people wouldn't like it, because
do you want to talk about it?
All I'm going to say is, okay, so you know when something is like, so, like when a game hints at something that's so obvious, you're like, oh, like this guy is clearly going to be the villain. It's so obvious. And then they come out and they're like, oh, no, joke's on you. Like that's not, it's not a twist. Here it comes. It's someone else, right? When something is led to you, then it's like, oh yeah, like that's so obvious. It's got to be that. And then it subverts it by being not.
Yeah.
I've never seen something go where it's like, okay, this guy is so hilariously evil, it can't be him. And then it's like, and then it goes, oh, it's not him. And then it's like, it's probably him. Wait, maybe not. It's him. Wait, maybe not. It's...
So it just goes back
and like it goes back and forth. And by the end, you're like, please just let him be the villain. And it's like, yep. I'm like, great. Good. Fine. I mean, like by that point, I was just so like in a series that is so built on plot twists, the plot twist being there's no plot twist was kind of disappointing, but I get what they were going for, but it's kind of disappointing at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, so like I get it and I could see why people hate it, but I see why people would like, and so it's just like, this is weird, but I'm continuing. I'm not done yet, obviously. So I'm going to be going through and I mean, hey, maybe the plot twist is yet to come that it's not him, but it's like, we'll see.
Yeah, those things that that weird don't make you feel weird. They don't make you feel like satisfied or like dissatisfied. It just makes you feel
neutral. Kind of. Yeah, so that's what it was, and I could see why some people when they feel neutral, that's a bad feeling, right? But for me, I'm like, whatever so far. But again, it could change. But
conflicted feeling.
Let's get into the news.
Start unpacking the news.
Oh, wait.
That's what I thought of this morning.
We're going to unpack the news. Okay. Newsboys, newsies, sure. Get your paper here. You want to? I guess I'll start because I have more as usual. Dark Souls Remastered is coming to the Switch along with the Solaire Amiibo on the 19th of October.
Yes. Are you gonna pick it up?
No.
No.
I'm getting to a point where I can't pick up games and not play them anymore. I have such a backlog where I'm like,
you have no idea.
I need to get through stuff. So I'm pretty much saying to myself, any game I pick up from now on, I have to actually play, which sounds horrible, and it is.
Well, no, it's like it's such a problem because like you see stuff on sale, and it's like, when is this going to go on sale again? So pick up now.
That's something that I think I'll wait for a sale on. I do want to play it one day, but for now it's just like I think I'll wait for that. Because Namco Bandai does put stuff on sale quite a bit there. So
I did manage to get a order on the Solaire Amiibo.
Oh, cool.
Through EB Games, so add that to my collection. Oh, speaking of Amiibo, sorry for this tangent, but I got the Bokoblin Amiibo in.
Nice.
My Breath of the Wild set, and I also got a Cap'n Amiibo. Just to add the space empty there beside my.
Might as well. And Captain's cool. I like Captain.
Yeah. So that's fine.
And he's an assist trophy now. So there you go.
There you go.
Okay, you're up.
All right. So big story here. Doom Eternal gameplay got revealed. Have you watched it yet?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Dope.
So first thing off is the shotgun hook.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You can hook. It's probably another button. Hit that button, and you can like attach yourself to a demon and like fly towards him.
Yeah, that's nuts. It's cool.
Shoot him. You can't do that towards like regular terrain, just on the demons.
Oh, okay. So, well, but that might be an upgrade later.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Because I heard people saying it's looking to be more Metroidvania with a bigger open world that you kind of
and bigger areas. Too,
yeah,
where you can like vary up the gameplay. Next is flesh damage, where like the more you like shoot at people or shoot at the demons, more flesh comes off of them.
Oh yeah,
showing battle damage.
Oh, okay,
that type of stuff. Big thing, PvP mode.
Yeah, that's cool. That's such a cool idea I mean, it's not super original. We've seen it in games like Mindjack, but that doesn't stop it being super cool.
Well, yeah. So like, other players can like invade your campaign, or you can turn it on. You can have it online, offline type thing. So you can choose. These players can just play as demons and like attack you.
Yeah,
and, like, once they die, they get pushed back further into the level, and they wait for you.
And you have a couple lives apparently, so it's just it's sort of like it's not just freely forever. It's like you have a couple lives, and you have to do in at least 3 lives you have to kill them or something, right? Yeah. So that's super cool.
It is. It's like Dark Souls.
Yeah, kind of.
And then the final thing, he pulls out the sword from the first game at the end.
So cool and stupid. So did you see that one demon that people think might be the original Doom guy?
Yeah. Well, no. Are you talking about the concept art?
Yeah, it's like concept art of this dude.
He is the demon. He's a demon Doomslayer, and there's a story behind that.
Okay.
So people are thinking it's the Doomslayer from the first game, but that's been almost deconfirmed.
I don't know. I've seen some evidence, and you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we're going to go through the entirety of Doom Eternal, and it's going to, at the very end, Doomslayer, the one in this one's going to take off the mask, and it's going to be a chick. I'm calling it now. I've looked. There's no evidence against it other than people saying that this Doomslayer is too beefy, and I said you are cowards.
We have like huge muscles. Have you seen that concept art?
Yes. Please.
I don't think so. I think
that'd be the best, though.
I don't see Doom guy dying though. He can't die.
But it'll probably be you like kill him again, and then you find a way to resurrect him, and then the two Doom guy and Doomslayer are just like rocking out, and then but at the end they make out or something.
I don't think so. And another big thing is that the Switch version is confirmed.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, because it's running off the same engine, so it's like just use the same porting process.
And with this game, like the Switch version is going to be made. Like,
concurrently,
the game's going to be made in mind for the Switch version, so it might even run better. Like when it releases. All right, that's it for Doom.
We got a confirmation of the Persona dancing games, all 3 of them in the collection coming to the West in December, which is awesome.
And we both have a pre-order on the Eternal Night collection.
Is it Eternal Dancing? Is that what it's called? Or I put Dancing Forever. It was something like that, like the collection of all three.
Dancing Night.
Eternal Dancing Night. Yeah, so that's gonna be dope. That's a good collection of games there with
that
great
comes
music.
out like what?
December.
Three days before Smash.
Yeah, that's fine. It's different audiences. It's not like. Not like when Spyro got moved to. Oh, hey, that is a story you have there.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. I'm going to double up stories here just because I can. We also got the announcement of Persona 3 men's and women's fragrances. So this is something Japan does a lot. They make fragrances based on the smells of characters in games.
Huh.
So before, like, this was like when they first announced Versus 13, you were able to get the smell of Noctis for 10 years before you could get the game. But I want to just go over these smells because they're so funny. Okay, so you got the Persona 3 fragrances. So, the main character. He's an aromatic watery note that starts with lime and bergamot, and then halfway through you get jasmine, rose, lavender, raspberry, and marine, and it ends with some musk, amber, and sandalwood.
It's like a journey.
It is. Persona 3, the journey. You got like Yukari's is a fruity floral bouquet, and Junpei Iori's the best friend type is a bitter fresh note.
What does that even smell like?
It smells like lemon and wormwood and mandarin, but it ends with some musk and woody smells. Mitsuru, of course, she's an elegant floral bouquet, similar to other ones. Akihiko, who's muscle man, is a casual herbal note. Fuka, who is in my Let's Plays super into weed, it smells like cardamom and mandarin and is a tender floral note. I'm very sad that I guess the robot...
What does the robot smell like?
The robot is a purely floral note. I was hoping it would smell like oil and grease. Ken Amada is an orange musky note. It smells, a little bit more orange. Shinjiro is a woody herbal note. Sadly...
Smells like ash.
Yeah, pretty much. Sadly, there is not one that smells like the best playable party member, the dog. But it's just so funny. And they're like $60 each.
Oh my god.
So, it's so funny.
I love... do one for $5.
I bet you it exists already. I'm going to type it in.
Alright.
It's going to exist.
Why did it take so long for this one to...
Persona 5 collaboration character perfumes.
Oh my god.
Right there, look.
Oh my god.
They exist. They're $60 each for 30 milliliters. Okay, we got to go through these. What does Joker smells? Oh, they just say what they smell like. They don't actually say what they're called, which sucks. But yeah, you could get...
What does Mona smell like?
Oh, Mona probably smells like cat. Gardenia, bergamot, lemon, lime.
Like, how do these, like...
Tonka beans. Interesting.
I didn't know fragrances changed, like,
smell. Well, no, it's sort of like when you smell it, what's the first thing you're hit with? What's the smell that in the middle, like, in right after the hit, and then what are you left with? I didn't know that either till I looked this up, but...
I wish I
actually... Oh, wow, she didn't actually have a name at this point, so she's just labeled as Navi. Huh.
Wasn't that her persona name, Navi?
No, it's her persona name is Necronomicon. She didn't have a name yet. This was before she had a name.
I didn't know that was a...
Yeah, that's her persona. It's Necronomicon. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Wow, okay.
Because she was unplayable, so...
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, that's the persona news.
Okay.
Smell like the characters.
Back to West. So Blizzard decided to finally hop onto the Switch train.
Yeah, that's cool.
With Diablo 3 coming to Switch this fall.
It is funny, though, how it's like, as soon as there was one thing of Blizzard's on the Switch, it's like 100 news articles of, well, what Blizzard character would be best in Smash Bros? What Blizzard games would you like to see more Nintendo content in? What Blizzard? It's like, they're making one old port.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's new stuff, but it's not like It's not like
blowing the floodgates.
It's not like they announced 100 games. It's like, we're going to put in a whole game. It's like they announced one thing, guys. Yeah. Come on.
A few details on the game. It's going to be Zelda exclusive content.
Yeah, so you got costumes of Ganondorf.
For all the classes.
Yeah,
including the female ones.
Which just looks weird. Beard is still there. You got a cuckoo. You got a Triforce Triforce portrait. Yeah, it's just
pretty cool
some Zelda stuff. Yeah.
60 FPS on both docked and handheld mode.
That's
which is pretty cool.
I mean, then again, it is a PS3 game, so it's
fair.
like...
But it's cool to have
such
like a console experience on the go. Dropping co-op, which is expected. And it comes with all the expansions.
I'd be mad if it didn't.
Yeah, it comes with base game, Rise of the Necromancer, and something else. I'm not sure what it is.
The last one there, yeah.
No, Rise of the Necromancer is the latest one.
Oh, okay.
There's like one in between.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick this up. It's like... The reason I did play 3 on the PS4, but the reason it just felt like it needed to be portable, you know? It's a very portable game.
Fair enough.
Would be cool to have.
Yeah.
Like, to play anywhere in the house or something. Just like do like a quick quest or thing and then put it down. And it's all offline too. Like
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Can I combine stories here too? Since it's like it's kind of like the same thing.
Go ahead.
While they were talking about Diablo, someone asked about Overwatch on Switch. And they said it was before they said it wasn't possible, but now that they're like have the possibility to make a lot of money on the Switch, they're like it's feasible on the Switch.
Yeah, no, it's doable, but considering you can't keep your skins across profile, it's like why?
And it's all online too.
Yeah, it's like
no offline
nah,
like Diablo.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna pick it up.
No, yeah, no.
If it does happen.
And I feel like most people who are interested in Overwatch already have it, and it's not like it being on that system will. Because I mean, again, you want to play with good internet, so you're gonna play on something that you can easily wire up. You're not gonna play it in handheld mode. Let me tell you that. That'd be the worst.
But they also did say that StarCraft 2 is impossible.
No, it is possible. They're not gonna do it. That's what they mean.
Oh, okay.
That's possible. They're not gonna do it. Because you need a full mount, like you need a full keyboard.
It's not even on consoles.
It's
like,
not,
on
yeah.
PS4, so.
Actually, though, did you know that StarCraft 1 is on the N64?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you know it's also terrible on that version?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The multiplayer is split screen, which for a tactical RPS sucks.
RPS? You mean RTS?
RTS, whatever. Whatever, I don't care.
You're like dropping, you're like tripping over your words.
I don't care.
Your turn.
They announced
Jump Force trash?
some Jump Force characters. No, the two of these are really good. They announced Sanji and Teach from One Piece.
Yeah.
So you know Sanji, blonde hair, kicks. And you know Teach is Blackbeard.
Yeah.
You know them, right?
I'm going to say something just...
Okay. And then the other two are Gon and Hisoka from Hunter Hunter. Not Hunter x Hunter, not Hunter Cross Hunter. Apparently, it is pronounced Hunter Hunter.
So I saw a screen of one of these characters.
Which one?
And it looked like someone, like a real life dude wearing a mask.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Art of Gon, and it has like the anime head, but then you look at the body and it's like a super realistic dude.
It's just not...
It's a little off-putting. I still think the One Piece characters look the best, which is weird because they're the most cartoony. Like, out of everyone in the game, they're the most cartoony, yet they look really good. I don't know if you know what Gon's super form is. I just want to see your reaction to this, okay? I'm going to put it on the screen. People probably know what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is just wait. There he is.
What?
We have a full body shot of Gon in his super form. This figure of it.
Oh, it's a figure?
That's a figure. Is... Oops, go away. I'm not donating to charity. Where does it say? Probably at the bottom here. This is 17 inches tall.
Why? Who decided, like, for a super form?
So
let's just make his hair big.
I think,
like, really big.
Oh well, no. Remember, he was a child before too.
No,
so,
what?
Yeah, Gon as a child. Gon.
Why are you talking to me like I'm supposed to know this?
This is him. This is him. He then turns into this. So this super form is in Jump Force.
He has some strong hair. That's for
That's
sure.
yeah.
What does he use that? Why? What's the practical use for that?
You're gonna have to ask Beat. I have no idea. I do not. I watched a bit of Hunter x Hunter and I don't know anything, but it's like, yep.
Okay.
So, it's great. And then Hisoka's basically just Kefka. But those are good character pulls. Again, some people are really scared of the art style of Jump Force. I like it. I think it gives it a unique visual style that makes it stand out.
It just makes it feel more like trash.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna enjoy it. But yeah, those are the 4 characters that we got there. One Piece now with the most characters
Was
at
there
4.
gameplay of them?
No, because it
Just confirmations.
It just leaked in early magazine scans.
Okay.
Because that's where they announce everything in Japan is in magazines. And then of course they're like, don't scan it before the date. But then what do people do? They scan it in black and white to avoid automatic tracing stuff. So
neat. That's for you. All right. So I'm gonna talk about Gamescom as a whole here. For a sec.
Okay.
Gamescom is next week.
Yes, it is. So that's gonna be good. Is it
might...
next week or is it this week?
It was this week.
Yeah, it's this week. I was gonna say it's like the 23rd, right? And we're the 20th.
Yep. So if there's a lot of big drops in terms of like announcements,
I feel like there's gonna be some decent drops for sure. Namco Bandai confirmed they are talking about 1 new game, so that'll be interesting to see what that is.
So if there are a lot of stuff we want to talk about, we might have like a bonus freight.
We'll see. It depends on how big it turns out. Yeah.
Another big thing is that there's confirmation that there's going to be a big Overwatch content announcement. So it's probably just going to be like your regular like new map, new short. And there you go.
Maybe a tease of another character. Just a tease.
They don't do that.
Okay.
They don't do that until
after Sombra. They don't do that anymore.
I remember Sombra. Oh, those were dark times. Yeah. So stay tuned, I guess.
Yep.
For Gamescom.
There was a confirmation of 3 more characters for Sonic Team Racing as a team. Blaze, Vector, and Silver, which is kind of random picks.
Blaze is a random pick?
Well, no, as in like as a team. Blaze and Silver makes sense. Like they're a partner duo. Mm-hmm. Why is Vector there and not in Team Chaotix, his 3-man team? We don't know. But no, they're good picks. Those are fan favorite characters. Everyone likes those 3, so those are good. The game's looking all right. It doesn't look to be as good at all as Racing Transformed, which is still one of the best kart racers ever. So unless it comes out and it's actually a ton of fun, it might just be another whatever kart racing game, but we'll see. That's it.
Okay. So I hope you weren't looking forward to playing Spyro next month.
I'm not. I wasn't really.
Really?
No, because I didn't even know when it was coming out.
It's coming out September 21st.
Well, now it's no longer.
It's coming out November 13th now.
You know what?
Which is...
Can they bump it back 1 more week? Because the date that they put it on is a really bad day.
Oh, man.
It's a really bad day.
So, like, 3 days later, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu come out?
That's a strong one that will get a lot of money.
What's another one around there? There's a few titles.
Let's see here. No, I can't type. November 13th release date.
You should have put games.
Yeah, I should have, because I'm getting weird stuff.
2012 came out in November.
Just go November games. November games. Okay, so let's see here. January, February. September, October.
You skipped November.
Did I? November, December, and the rest. Okay. So you got so far.
Well, Hitman 2 comes around.
Hitman 2, Fallout 76,
what, really?
Warhammer 40,000, Pokemon. Yeah. That's a rough one, bud.
Yeah.
And then you got Taiko no Tatsujin before. That's, I mean, it won't affect it too much, but still.
They couldn't do much because, like, October is, like, huge, too.
Oof, that's some hard ones.
October's packed this year.
October's got a lot. December got Persona, Smash.
Smash is like done.
Yeah, Smash is... Let's see what games aren't... Okay, well, that's the last one listed. So I was going to say, let's see what games are dead on arrival. But, the rest of them are just no date given. So, yeah. So,
I'm still going to buy it. But...
I can't believe Just Cause 4 and Persona are dancing at the same time. Did I say dancing?
Yeah.
Releasing. Oof, but...
Yeah, it's unfortunate because like I don't think Spyro's going to do nearly as good as Crash.
Well, Spyro's always been second fiddle to Crash. I mean, as much as I love Spyro over Crash, he's always been the one that's like the less popular one.
I want a new, because we're going to get a new Crash game. Like it's going to happen.
Yeah, well,
I also want a new Spyro game.
I think so. Well, I think what it'll probably be is they'll do what they did for Crash, where it's going to be they're going to release this, and then they'll come out like a couple months later and say, "Hey, we got these unused DLC or unused levels that we can release as DLC. Here you go."
Maybe
something like that, and then it'll go to now we're into
Switch version,
the new stuff. I think Switch version will probably be announced for close release sometime soon.
Maybe, who knows?
We'll see.
All right, back to you.
Uppers is coming to the PS4 and PC in the West, finally. That was a Vita game made by the Senran Kagura team.
What's Uppers?
So, okay. Imagine Senran Kagura, but dudes. And imagine instead of ninjas, they're just dudes that fight each other in the streets. Just beat each other up.
Okay.
The way that you heal, though, the way that you do good, is you need to... fight near girls in the crowd cheering you on and impress them.
Oh my god.
It is so Japanese. And it was going to come to the West, but then the Vita version got, I think it was like 1,000 pre-orders in Japan. In all of Japan, 1,000 pre-orders. So they just canceled it for the West because they're like, this is such a failure. But then they're like, I guess now they're releasing on the PS4, hoping to give it some more life. It's actually like a really cool, fun brawler game. But the whole gimmick is that like, yeah, your dude's trying to impress women. It's so funny. Huh. Is
there a release date or
nope?
Just coming?
I mean, there might be, but I don't pay attention to release dates honestly till they come out because I'm just like whatever.
That's fair. I
have too many dates in my head already. I'm not putting in more.
Okay. That's good.
Yep.
All right. So there's also a big gameplay reveal for Red Dead Redemption 2, one of my most anticipated games of the year. So they covered some stuff. Camps. There's going to be like a camp system where you can like tend to the camp. You can like help your fellow gang members with stuff, side quests. And the camps move across the world as you progress through the story. You can build it. You can like do trade routes and all that kind of stuff. There's dynamic dialogue where you can like get yourself into trouble or get yourself out of trouble depending how you talk. There are different horse breeds in this game. They can do different things like travel.
Just probably ones that are better for speed, ones that are better for hauling, ones that are better for yeah.
You can assign. I'm not sure about like, if you can assign them to different stuff, but like
that's cool.
And guns are much more dynamic. They're much more unique. Have unique characteristics. They can like.
Can't wait to get a ye olde cowboy sniper rifle.
Has realistic like recoil, that kind of stuff, and like, it's looking really good.
Cool.
Can't wait for it.
Cool. So have you been hearing about Monster Hunter World in China?
No, I haven't. Actually.
It's banned in China now.
Why?
It got millions of pre-orders in China and was like it's going to be a super huge thing. But then the Chinese government's like, wait, we have to ban this. Do you know why? Because Capcom's not sending every single bit of data from the game to the Chinese government to monitor. Remember, China exists in a place where you can't browse the internet freely.
Oh, that's
everything is approved. So, because the servers are not located in China, and because it is like it's like they're not sending all the text. Like they literally say, we need every bit of text that players send to each other sent to us before we can approve it. This is the same country that has banned depictions of pigs in the media because of the fact that someone once joked that the leader of China looked like a pig. Banned permanently.
Oh man, Capcom must be pissed.
So, but here's the thing. It was taken down from one of China's few approved game things. You can still get it on Steam.
Oh, okay.
Because Steam is technically importing and then it's not Chinese. So, here's the thing though. It's fine because Monster Hunter on PC is like one of the top PC games right now. It's beating out like a lot of other games on Steam for people playing it, people buying it. It is almost within about a year of its inception beating Street Fighter 2 in sales.
Oh my god.
Which was Capcom's best-selling game of all time. It's almost already beat it.
It's been out like on PC for like
a week.
This PC sales alone?
No, this is all sales now.
Okay,
but it's still growing.
That's
so
insane.
Yeah.
So we're not. This isn't the last of Monster.
No, God, no. This is gonna super double down and get them to do more, which is awesome. Are you gonna get Generations Ultimate?
I did play the demo.
Yeah,
I forgot to include that, but I like know what to do now.
Yeah, and like the good thing is like all the weapons and stuff basically are the same still.
Yeah.
Like they all have the same sort of combos. Like the only difference is, so I don't know if you saw, but there's 6 styles of fighting. Like, and you get to choose like different ones. Some of those, the style that's in World has like 1 or 2 from each of them. So little like the best parts of each of them went into World, but in this one you get to specialize in one. Yeah. Like there's one the one that I love. It's I think it's called the vaulting style, where basically your roll, if you run into a monster, you jump off of them straight up, and then you can do air attacks on them.
Okay.
So like that, not the best for the smaller ones, but you're fighting these big monsters, or say one's running towards you, you just dodge into them, jump off of them, and then can attack them in the air. Like, that's so fun to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sort of like, that's the big difference, but I'm definitely getting that. Playing that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to provide
and
many hours.
Did you play Generations regular? Do you have it?
I have it. I actually put a bit of time into it.
So you can transfer your data forward.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. They're going to release a save transfer free app that
I might want to like restart it though.
No, fair enough. Yeah. No, fair. Well, honestly, even to get past the tutorials, it's probably for the best. Yeah, those tutorials last a little bit.
But playing that game on a controller,
it's so good.
It's so
nice. Yeah,
it's so nice. Like,
and it even looks like good.
It looks really good. Yeah,
it looks good. Like, it's still
cleaned it up.
It's still a 3DS game. Don't get us wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But it looks good.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for
yes, and the next thing I'll just talk about for you in the West there's a Hat in Time, I say direct, but it's presentation, but it's pretty much I think once they said direct accidentally and deleted the tweet, but there's gonna be a Hat in Time presentation tomorrow. Definitely it's gonna have the DLC, the first DLC, which they've been hyping up for a while. It's free because it was a Kickstarter. Like, on the Kickstarter, it was base game is 5 worlds, and then they got 2 for DLC coming for free later because they got that far, right? But then they're coming later. So this is going to be probably the first one. Probably co-op, because that was another stretch goal. Local co-op. Like, imagine Mario 64 with local co-op.
That's cool.
Like, you can go around the whole level. Like, it's cool. And New Game Plus, where they said it's going to be actually a New Game Plus that is, like, has substance. It's not just play the game again but harder, but they said there's going to be new stuff in it that will change the way you play through it. Okay. So I think that's really cool. I'm excited to see that. So we'll see. I'm going to be at a bank meeting during that time, so it's like, dang.
A bank meeting?
Well, just because I'm no longer a student, so they have to change over my student account to an adult account.
Okay.
But it's like they didn't announce this when I got that as my time, so I'm like, oh dang, whatever.
All right, I have another story. I didn't put it here.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
I have 2 stories left.
Resident Evil 2's $900 special edition is a little extra.
You have it pre-ordered?
No. Did you see what's in the $900 one?
It's a typewriter.
It's a typewriter inspired keyboard that you can use for. Oh. Yeah, no, it's not an actual typewriter.
Oh, okay.
It is a Bluetooth keyboard that you can use for.
Why does it cost so much then?
Okay, so it's actually not just the typewriter. Like, it's the full regular special edition with the statue and all the stuff.
Well, how much is that without
that
the
one's, I
typewriter.
think, $250.
But still, like,
And this is a $350 keyboard.
so where's all that extra money?
To the stickers put onto it to make
Oh my
it Capcom inspired.
Screw off.
It is yeah, it's hilarious. It is you do get one other thing. The item that you use in the game to save the game, because you can't just do it at every typewriter. You need to get ink ribbons to put them in. And you know what the ink ribbon is? It's a sticker sheet.
It costs $300.
$300. It's so hilarious. It's great. Yeah, you can definitely. There's
Are they, like,
markup
mass
there.
producing that, or is that like?
No, yeah, it's gonna be mass produced, so it will go down in price after. But it is cool, and it includes the game.
That is
Good
not
because
everything does that.
Not everything does nowadays. So, but it's hilarious. It is, I think, only being sold right now through Capcom's premium store. So it's a Japan only. But it comes and it comes with all the DLC and everything. So like it is the ultimate version with everything. But yeah, it's a little extra to say the least.
I do have the deluxe edition pre-ordered, so that's gonna be cool.
That's not the collector's edition, but so
the one below.
Yeah, I got that one too because that one comes with the DLC there, and the most important one in everyone's eyes is the original music because that's like a big one because the original music's really good.
I don't have any like nostalgic.
Yeah, no, for sure, but it's just one of those things where it's like it is classic video game music, so to have that as a choice is like just really good.
Cool. So the story I didn't have here. It's going to be two. It's going to be Marvel based.
Okay.
So Tom Holland uploaded. Have you seen this video?
Is that the one of the person being splashed in the background?
Yes.
Yeah.
People are saying that's like definite hint towards Hydro Man being the sequel,
Okay.
which would be cool.
Let me Google Hydro Man.
He was in the '90s cartoon, which is where I know him from.
Hydro Man does whatever Hydrosity can.
So yeah, he's
wow. What a horribly generic villain.
You know how they kill him in the cartoon?
Do they flush him down a toilet?
No.
What do they
get
do?
him on top of a really hot roof, and he evaporates.
Oof, that's rough,
But
man.
then he comes back down
As rain?
as rain.
Oof.
And he can't die.
It's a little...
Well, in terms
okay,
of, like,
you know what?
He can't, like...
I'm fine with him if he is a shocker level villain.
Oh, no, he is going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
Well, because he's going to Venice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of water there,
a lot of water there. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So since there's going to be a lot of villains in Far From Home. There's Mysterio, there's Scorpion, Vulture's supposedly coming back. Hasn't been confirmed.
Interesting.
Hydro Man.
Yeah, I feel like he might be a montage villain, a villain that's like is fought for about 10 minutes of the film as like an opening act thing.
No, he's going to be on the Shocker level. I think he's going to be working with Mysterio,
and then he's done and dealt with pretty quickly. Yeah.
But it's cool, like seeing all these like classic '90s villains.
Yeah,
from when I was a kid.
Well, I mean, they're already starting to be like, oh God, we're running out because they've almost all been done.
But those deep pulls like Hydro Man are cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like maybe eventually like seeing Green Goblin or in the thing, because Green Goblin is like he's the Joker to Spider-Man. Like,
he is, but I feel like we're still too soon in terms of.
No, I'm saying like
people will be like, oh, but he was just in that one from 2002. You know,
I'm saying like the third one maybe.
Yeah.
That's like
that might be good timing.
Yeah. Next is starting next June, I believe. They're filming a Phase 4 movie.
Oh,
haven't been confirmed yet, but people are thinking it's either the Black Widow movie or the sequel of Doctor Strange.
Interesting. Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool.
Still gotta learn how those movies can exist. Just still waiting. It's like you just.
Oh, you just reminded me.
What if after it's been long enough since Infinity War. What if after Infinity War, they just took all the actors who disappeared at the end and just like hid them from society for a year? Like, could you imagine if people are like, where are they? Like,
they're dead.
Did Thanos actually kill them? like I feel like they're like, hey, you can't do that. But if they did, I mean, then again, this is Disney. They've made people disappear before. But like, if they did that, I feel like it would be like, we wouldn't just be talking about, oh yeah, Spider-Man and Spider-Man Homecoming 2, or it's like, we'd be like, is there gonna be? What's happened? Like, now we're like, yeah, they were obviously fine, because they're filming the movie. But like, if they removed them from society, we'd be like, oh my god, Disney killed like 12 people.
They're gonna get away with it. Well, the thing you reminded me of is that the Russos teased the Avengers 4 title.
Oh?
I don't type in Russo Brothers Avengers 4 tease and it might be like recent. It was really interesting because they pulled it down like soon after. So
Avengers 4 Ligma. Let's go
recent.
Within the last week.
Yeah.
Trolled with artistic title.
Yeah, that is it. This is the image.
Oh, go away sound. Infinity mirrored room. Aftermath of obliteration of eternity.
So people are thinking eternity is like part of the title.
I feel like that's a joke that people are looking into a little too much.
But they like took it down, so maybe like Disney was
like, I feel like it's a little bit of a joke. I don't know.
Obliteration of eternity is like such a cool name.
We'll see. It's kind
Avengers Obliteration of Eternity.
It's kind of on the nose.
Obliteration of Thanos. There you go.
We'll see.
But yeah, so that's it for Marvel. And that's it for news on the West Side.
All right, and last thing, Nintendo filed trademark for 2 of their old games that we might see re-released, or maybe a new game in the series of. The first one, which I am infinitely excited for, being Endless Ocean.
This won't mean anything for another 2 years though.
Oh, it's so good. And then the other one is Another Code, which I don't even know if you know what that is.
I thought it was just another code for something else.
No,
the actual.
You've never heard of this?
A lot of searching today.
You've never heard of Another Code?
Nope.
It's a DS game. You've seen this girl in Smash Bros, right? Yeah. So it's basically, it's like a point-and-click sort of adventure game where you have to solve the mystery on the island there.
Huh.
It's pretty cool. It's an interesting game. It did get a Wii port eventually, which was done in full 3D. She actually uses a DS to as her phone kind of. It's cool. It's a cool game, and I don't think anyone would be mad with them bringing it back for a sort of sequel / maybe even a retelling or even a re-release. It's interesting.
We didn't talk about The World's End with You, the release date.
Oh, whatever. It's a release date.
Well, that's big.
What?
It's out in October.
Yeah, it's fine. That game's been re-released twice already.
But I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, so then you need to get on that.
So many games, man.
So many games. Yes. So that is it for
what are we at?
I don't know. Probably an hour and a half.
This watch is not
an hour and 20 minutes. I was close. So we're going to go take our break. We're going to go grab some water, and then we'll be back with the import section and the foreign exchange section. See, I was almost thinking we could have kept the name import.
No.
It still worked out, but it's fine.
It's better this way.
Fine. Foreign exchange.
And then letter time.
So we'll be back momentarily.
Bye.
All right.
Welcome back.
Well, ooh, you got to say it.
Yes.
Good job. You're getting there.
I'm getting there.
Getting there.
Welcome back to the show.
Yes, and welcome to the foreign exchange section. For those of you who didn't listen last week, where'd my thing go?
For the
right there.
uninitiated.
For the uninitiated, last week we decided we were moving the format to a new style where instead of talking about stuff that we enjoy, we give each other a piece of media to look at in our 2 weeks between parts, just up to about 3 hours worth at the most, usually, right? Like I did 2 hours and 45 minutes of mine. How much did you do of yours?
About an hour and a half. So after I finished the part where I stopped, I watched your playthrough.
Okay.
And I got to the place where you stopped on part 3.
Okay, so yeah, no, I'd say you got to see what it's like. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. So last week I gave you Resident Evil 4. Yes. Now I gave you the GameCube version, but you bought the PS4 version.
See,
in the end.
I started playing the GameCube version.
Yeah,
but then it's I really I want to play this eventually anyway, so I'm just gonna get it on the PS4.
Fair enough.
And it's I think I want to get an HDMI thing for the GameCube because
oh yeah, no, for sure that would be a definite.
But anyway, I got on PS4. I went all the way to EB, got it for $18, so that was good.
And then I played on stream about 2 hours and 45 minutes, so roughly 3 hours of Burnout Paradise for the PlayStation 4, the remastered version.
Yeah.
So then what we're just going to do is we're going to talk about our experiences with it. We're going to ask each other questions and sort of see where we came out with it. So I think I'll start because I mean, mind you were there in the stream with me. But so I played Burnout, and my history with the Burnout series is that as a kid we played a lot of Burnout 2 Takedown, right? And it was so...
Burnout 3 Takedown.
Burnout 3 Takedown. I know it was the Takedown one. And we would play party games of the crash mode, where we would literally be we'd load up a level, we'd all take a chance at the level and then compare our scores. And, we had, birthday parties, and, we played that tons, right? We never touched the racing mode, because that was... We were into that, right? And... So when I heard that Paradise was way more into the racing, way more into the other stuff, I was initially like, that's not my Burnout, man. That's not my Burnout. But playing it, I definitely came around and I said, no, the racing is super fun. Mind you, it's very freeform racing, because it's just get from A to B. How you get there is up to you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really cool.
By knowing the map, you better at the game.
Yeah, for sure. Know where the shortcuts are, learn about them on the fly, and it's forgiving enough in its opening parts where if you want to try something, I wonder if this will take me to the right place, and it screws up, it's it's fine, just keep racing, you can still probably win, right? It's not like you're done, right? Mind you, in harder difficulties, it does start to I got to a point where it's oh yeah, make a mistake like that, and you just restart, right? You need to. No, so I really enjoyed it because of how it very much was a just really fun open world racing game with a lot of stuff to continually unlock, which is always a good thing in my eyes. And just a lot of openness to sometimes you just want to drive around and find stuff, right? I haven't felt like that in an open world game for a long time.
It was part collectathon almost.
Oh, for sure. Oh, well, as soon as I hit a sign and it was it's one of 4,592 signs hit, and I'm like, that's a lot.
There's not actually that many.
Well, no, but it's because they're all, every time it's a group of 4 whenever you go to a secret area, so it's you have to hit, that's 4 there, right? So divide by 4, it's still about 1,000 secret areas, right? But, no, so I was playing that, and I'm and I really thought, yeah, this is really cool. Mind you, then I tried the built-in crash mode where you can do it wherever. I don't like it as much as the...
No? Even though the whole map is...
So for me, the problem is I would really enjoy it. And I know how every road kind of has its own
road rules,
right? But I would almost prefer it just be a menu option, because the real fun of the takedown mode was not just the crash, but the drive up to it. When you go, you'd be given a preset map that is, here's a section of a level with a way to drive up. And like some of them, you'd have to avoid traffic while building up speed to get to the jump, where it happens. Yeah. So I did miss a little bit of that. And the crash mode, well, cool. It was a bit too cartoony and easy. Like you can bounce over and over. In the original Takedown, it was like you basically, when you crashed, that's it. The only difference is once you've crashed, once you get, I think it's like 10,000 points, you get one explosion, which you then wait and pile up the cars, and then you explode, which sends them pinballing, right? Yeah. So it is different, and as such, the crash mode, I'd say, is definitely worse. But the racing, the driving, it's fun, and I really enjoyed that, and definitely would be a game that I think, when it's on sale on PlayStation Network,
it's on sale
right now.
It's $20.
I'm gonna wait a bit more.
$20 is too much?
I mean, well, just because I've played my 3 hours and I'm like, I'm good for now. But if it's on super sale, then I will.
Okay. I'm gonna check.
What I will say is I did have a few problems with it.
Go ahead.
For one, I really disliked how if your car is ever upside down, it's immediately like a crash.
But then, like, how are you gonna?
Well, no, because, like, there's been times where I would go on my car and it would flip onto its head. And I'm like, okay, it should, by momentum, flip back over. Like not if it's not, like, if it does it in a way where I'm like, yeah, like, I would be up on my head and I wouldn't be able to continue. But there was times where I'm like, come on, I should have been able to I would have flipped back over by momentum because I'm turning at the same time, right? Like, I would have flipped back over.
Yeah.
And so there was a couple times where I'm like, it really resets you quickly on that, which is better. But at the same time, I'm like, I would prefer flipped on the head, slide for a bit, and then maybe like old racing games had a respawn button that you can press at any time, like a respawn button to immediately flip, to immediately go back, right?
Okay.
I don't know. That was one thing for me. Another thing, I'm sorry, Matthew Mercer. I find you super annoying in this.
DJ Atomica is my brother.
Like, and I heard people saying that, but I was just like, I got to a point where it's just like, you are at the pier. Drive to.
Because you were still in the tutorial mode.
I know, but I got tired of him real fast.
He does go real
fast. I know,
and he's like absent in online play.
Okay,
so
yeah, no, but I did find him a bit annoying at the start, and I found the intro a bit. It was weird because it's both. It just drops you in with nothing, and then at the same time, it's very slow. Like, it's a little bit of both, which is weird. I don't know. I know it's
like
weird.
The beginning hour or something? Or?
Yeah, the beginning, like, half hour was very much just like, here's your junk car, go to the thing, do a mission, and you're just like, okay. I don't know. I thought it was just a bit strange, but, I mean, once you're past
can't really
that...
expect a story from
Yeah, no, well, no, I wasn't expecting a story, but I was just expecting a little bit more, I don't know. It was
you do get given your goal, like...
Yeah, for sure.
Make your license better.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Upgrade your license.
No, there was a goal. It's just at the very beginning, it was just very much just...
Overwhelming almost?
Not overwhelming. It was almost underwhelming.
Oh.
It was just like, here's a car. Go. I'm like, and there's like the pre-rendered shots of the city, which are very clearly the PS3 version. You're like, oh, that's an old version. You see the cars really clipping in, and you're like, yeah, that's old. No, but overall, I'd say like I definitely had a lot of fun, and it's definitely one that, even though I don't have and that's why I'm not buying it right now, Twin Hills. I don't have an immediate hankering to go back to it. Like, I played it and I enjoyed it and it was fun, but there was I think a couple nights ago, I was like, I could pop it in and play it a bit more. I could. I was way tired then though, so I didn't. But I don't have an immediate hankering to really want to go back to it. So as such, I'm like, I'm not going to pick it up right now. But it would be one that if it's on sale, yeah, I'll pick it up because that's one of the most fun racing games I've played.
And when you get into late game, it gets really like...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Fast cars, like... Mark demands become, like, brutal.
Those were so fun. Those were the most fun mission type for me.
You can unlock those cars eventually.
I know, it's so cool.
Yeah. Road Rage is, like, the best one, I think. It's the Road Rage event. Like, where you have to take down the cars.
That was another thing. I did feel like, for the Road Rage, the cars didn't... Crashing them didn't feel natural at times.
It's very arcadey.
It is like, it's very arcadey in that it's like if you bump into their side 3 times, they'll just careen into a wall, right? And like, I get that for the early stuff, and maybe it goes away a bit for the later ones, but only a few times did it actually feel like I crashed them, and not just that, like, you rub them up against the wall and then they pop like a balloon, pretty much, right? Like, it felt like that at times. But again, that's just like a minor gripe. Overall, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you should have went to some more areas too. There's like a figure 8 track.
Oh, there's so many like secret areas.
There's a huge quarry.
Yeah, there's like all these secret areas, and you're trying to message me, and of course there's the 15-second delay on Twitch, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to. I can barely do directions in real life. I can't do them over the internet with a 15-second delay.
And I'm in the chat being like, just go down this bridge, and it's your first left.
Yeah, no, that didn't work out. Exploring that was fun.
I know that map like the back of my
head. It's super cool. And honestly, if I was younger and had more time, I could see myself putting in tons of time into that.
Which I did.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think I could even see myself platinuming it. Like, that seems like a game.
It's not a difficult platinum at
that
all.
Seems like a game that I like. That would be. I feel like the road to platinum would be the road for me. You know, like the road to getting that all. So yeah.
You just gotta get like all the shortcuts, like unlock all the cars. Like,
yeah.
And then like when you get like 100% and 102%, you get like platinum paint, like gold paint, which you can use online and all that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like unlockables, a lot of incentive to keep playing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Is there any questions?
What was your favorite car to drive?
It was that one I was driving by, just like the entire end. It's the sort of silver Japanese one with the letters on it. Yeah. That one just, like, out of all the ones I tried, for me, it never came down to speed. It always come down to how does it feel when it's turning at high speed. Like, how does it feel? And like, well, okay, number one, I love the drifting.
Drifting's so fun.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, I'm like, I was like, okay, we'll see how this drifting goes. And then I drifted, and I'm like, that's a good drift. And then I boost drifted up this entire thing, and I'm like, that's a really good drift in this game. Like, I felt like Initial D, like, and oh man. Oh, okay, well, no, that just reminded me. The soundtrack is good.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about this.
Don't get me wrong.
It's in my head.
Really good, but it's too short in my eyes.
What do you mean too short?
The fact that in my 3 hours I heard every song and it looped around.
Well, that means the songs are good.
Well, I mean, like, they're good songs, but I would want more. There's not enough, because like the fact that I heard, like, in my 2 hours and 45 minutes, I heard everything.
Do you hear everything? Are you sure?
Yeah, because it looped back around. It's not on shuffle. And I'm just like they were all good songs. Also, a lot of copyright strikes or copyright claims on YouTube, because it's like it's like I got an email from every single artist saying like, hi, you used our song. I'm like, great, good. I could definitely see the custom soundtracks making that better.
Oh yeah.
But
PS3 it was like phenomenal.
Yeah, so I'm really mad at Sony for removing that function from PS4, because that was one of the best functions. But yeah.
How do you like the look of the game?
I mean,
like the graphics, like,
okay, I'm not going to say the graphics, but I will say the aesthetic style. I like, the graphics were fine. Like, they're not
I
like, they're good.
I think it nails that not edgy, but like cool Hot Wheels vibe.
No, for sure. That's what I'm getting to. It's like, it does feel kind of toy-like at times, where it's like the colors are bright. The way you're driving, the way the world is, it's very colorful, and I like the aesthetic of it a lot. Like, it's very much, like, it feels like a Hot Wheels track come to life. I mean, there was pop-in for the cars, even in this version, which I was like, I feel like they could have cranked up the field of view just a bit.
I mean, you're going like really fast. Like, sometimes the car's just like appear right in front of you. Like, especially in the PS2 version. Yeah,
so definitely it's like, but those are not things that kill it for me.
No, definitely.
No, and like I said, I did like the aesthetic style.
Yeah. Did you try the toy cars at all?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I liked them until I turned, and there was points where I literally could not stop turning with them, because it was just like they just get stuck doing loops. I'm like, I get it. It feels like a toy car, but it's like, oof, no, I'll stick to regular then.
If you do, when you do pick up the game, like officially, the online mode is like adds maybe another like 200 hours.
Yeah,
because like there's like online challenges, like for every like there's online challenges for 2-player lobbies, 3, 4, 5, and up to 8.
Wow.
And there's like 100 challenges.
No, I could see that being a lot of fun. Yeah,
there's online exclusive cars.
Nice.
That type of stuff. It's like this game is chock full of content.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it for sure.
That's good. That's awesome.
All right. Now we're going to move over to you.
Resident Evil 4.
RE4. Yes.
So this game is...
Okay, start off by what is your experience with the Resident Evil series?
First Resident Evil game I played but didn't finish was Resident Evil 5.
Okay.
Played it for a bit, didn't really like click for me. Dropped off. Next Resident Evil game I played and finished was 7. Mm-hmm. Loved 7. Amazing game, which I want to replay eventually.
Mm-hmm. Now you can play it in VR.
Yes. Now back to 4. The whole like feeling of that game is just like amazing,
right?
Yeah. And like when I was watching your Let's Play of it and how you mentioned it, like, you know, it just like feels good to play like immediately.
Yes, immediately.
Like at first it was like, oh, what am I doing? And like it is very tanky control, but not like bad.
So here's the thing. Here's the weird thing. This control, like, it uses tank controls like the old Resident Evil games, where it's left and right to turn, forward and back to move. Right? Like, it's not freestyle. Like, it is very much tank controls. But because of the way the camera is, right? Like, it's fine.
And that the control adds to the tension of the gameplay.
Yes.
Like, you can't like just immediately look around. You're gonna have to like go there and then turn around, and then the guy might be like right there.
And that's why the Wii version is too easy. So you can just point and aim wherever.
Yuck.
Yeah.
I really love like the laser pointer. It really helps with like.
Oh, it's so nice. Like, I suck at aiming. Like, that's a lifesaver, and it's on every gun too.
Yeah, and I realized you have to like conserve ammo way more than in 7. I felt like I was in the quarry section, like after you meet the merchant.
Oh yeah.
And like I ran out of ammo, and I had to go back to the merchant to buy the rifle because I had rifle ammo, but no rifle. So, it almost like there's like some jump scares, like that like got me.
Really?
Got you too.
Which one?
The one in one of the houses you like turned in.
Oh, yeah.
There was a guy right there. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
I know. It almost like felt like it was like, I don't want to say scary, but almost more tension filled than 7 in some parts. I don't know why.
So I played.
Maybe it's because I haven't played 7 in a while, but.
Well, I feel like, I don't know, because when I play number 1, I'm playing with headphones on. That game with headphones on is, I would really recommend playing this with headphones. You know why?
Why?
You can hear footsteps. And I've never played a game where hearing footsteps was this important. Like,
the sound design in this game is also phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. And like, you can hear enemies talking because they're crazy. You hear them talking to themselves when they're in the area.
Yeah.
It's like, you know when they're there, and it's a case of like you can listen. It has 3D audio. You can listen for where they are. It's really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, because in like the first part where you're going towards the dog and you can hear him like whimpering.
Yeah.
And it's like, it sounds like dead quiet, but there's like actual like stuff in there. It's like, it just like, it makes you uneasy.
For sure. No, the sound design is incredible.
It's just like, oh man. Not a fan of how like loud the alert enemy music is though.
I could see that. Yeah.
Like, I paused and I was like still blasting, and like I just need to go upstairs for a sec.
Pretty loud.
Yeah, I haven't fought any bosses yet.
They are slight. You actually, where you stopped, there's one right away after that.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one there, which is really cool.
The chainsaw guy in that opening area.
So some people consider him a boss.
Okay.
Did he kill you in one hit?
Well, no, you didn't go into the house to the left, which triggers a cutscene.
Oh, really?
And you walk across the door, and they're like all around the house, and you go upstairs to get the room with the house with the shotgun in it.
Oh,
and you go
okay.
in there when they're attacking you, it triggers a cutscene, and you barricade yourself in that. and then they like go through the windows, and
Oh yeah, no, I didn't do that.
you can bunch them all together.
So that's one thing that I learned is there's a ton of like secret things by doing things that
when I
that
watched
can...
you like discovered so many more things than I did.
Yeah.
Like, I missed so many things.
No, so that's definitely where it lends to the replay value of doing things differently, which is really cool. And I love that about a game where you can play through it and do things differently.
And I love how just like how naturally goofy Leon is and how it fits.
He's such a dork. He's such a huge dork.
He's awesome. I love him. I like the little nod to Resident Evil 2 when they were tied up. With him and the other guy were tied up.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to going back then. But yeah, I'm definitely going to finish it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's amazing.
It's an experience where I'm playing it. I'm like, there's a reason people call this one of the best games ever. Because it's like, just the feel of it is awesome.
And then like, going back to the sound design when you go into that house at the very end, like where you took the cutscene, where all the music, all the sound just goes away, and you're in that house. It is dead quiet, and it's just like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, no, there's tension there. I'm just trying to think of other stuff that. Oh, what about the salesman? The merchant.
The merchant, yeah, he's cool.
I love him.
I know all about
Everyone
him.
knows about him. He's so good. Welcome, stranger. Got some rare things to sell.
What are you buying?
I'll buy at a high price. He's so good.
I like the upgrade system.
Yes, yeah.
For the guns.
And one thing that I learned is like, because I asked, and I'm like, I don't know, should I upgrade my guns or get the other ones? They're like, well, every gun is viable in the end when it's upgraded. They're all different. Like it's not like there's only one that's a legit pure upgrade, and it's one of it's like you get 2 pistols near the beginning, and then if you go further, you can buy a 3rd pistol. Like, yeah, the 3rd pistol's the best one, but for all the other ones, it's like, oh yeah, you know the rifle you got,
yeah.
That's the most powerful weapon in the game when it's fully upgraded.
Wow.
It's more powerful than the other sniper rifle you get, which, while it can fire faster, it doesn't do as much damage. I've fully upgraded the damage on the sniper rifle. And so I really like the damage multiplier, where it says like the number for the weapon damage is how much is it in comparison to the regular handgun shot. So if it's 1, it does the same damage as the handgun.
Yeah.
2, double the damage. The fully upgraded rifle is 15.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
Oh jeez.
Let's just see here. Played the first little bit there. How did you do in the first village section?
Oh, I died so many times.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, what do I do? Like, do I have to kill them all? I was like, I think I went into the house the first time. Like, the first time I played, I went into the house, died, and then I like kind of like snuck in and like went into a few other houses to get like some stuff.
Yeah.
And then triggered and then died again. And like I went onto the roof of a thing and they all come flooding out and like I don't know what to do. It's like I'm still getting used to the controls too.
Right.
Like,
I see. I love that it throws you in.
Yeah.
I love that because it's so much like you feel as Leon would feel, just kind of like going from, "Hi, I'm in your house. You know where this girl is," and then he kind of goes crazy. And you're like, "Whatever." And then you go to the next area, and it's like, "Oh God, there's tons of them."
yeah. It was difficult, but it was definitely a good teacher.
So yeah, definitely. I'd say that's hard, and then it gets easier, and then it gets harder. Like it has a really good balance. Like it goes well there.
Any questions?
Let me see. How much did you use the knife?
I didn't use it very much on the enemies. I used it like all the time on the like other stuff.
Okay.
And I did with the amulet that goes into the dirty water.
Yeah.
I did that by mistake the first time too.
Well, because like you don't get it, and then you do it, and you're like,
oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So,
I only got one of those amulet things. I found one of them, and that was it.
There's a couple of them in the opening area, which is cool.
But yeah, I did use the knife like sometimes on enemies, but not like
okay.
I didn't like prioritize it.
Fair enough.
I just made sure to get headshots in and then run up and like kick them.
Oh yeah, but then when they're on the ground, what you can do? Take the knife, look down, and start slashing.
Okay.
And that's the best way to conserve ammo. Because the kick, then like you can keep, like once they're down, you just start slicing at them, and you can keep slicing like their legs over and over until they're dead. So it's like, yeah, it's there's so many different strategies and neat stuff with that. It's awesome.
It is.
Let me just think. Okay, so you played the GameCube version.
No, I didn't play it. did the opening cutscene.
Okay.
And then I was like, no.
Okay, but you know, like that this is a GameCube game in the end, right? Like this is a GameCube. How are those graphics for the GameCube? Like it's this like the same animations and graphics. It's just all up-resed.
It just looks a lot better on the PS4.
It does, but like how? Like remember, like you're playing on PS4, but that's still a GameCube game. Like it looks good.
It does, yeah. That's where you're getting at.
Yeah, like this game when it came out was a fairly early GameCube game. Like it was about midlife.
Huh.
Like for like
and it still looks good today.
It still looks good. That's
awesome.
why it's like timeless there.
Because they're like smooth textures that like
yeah, for sure. Yeah. One thing I will say, you haven't got there yet, but when you get to Ashley, the game does become an escort quest.
Like a bad one?
But here's the thing. She's fine.
What do you mean she's fine?
She just stays behind you. She dodges enemies. When you're firing your gun, she ducks. Okay. And the only way that you can get her killed or anything is if you accidentally shoot her. Which she ducks super low when you're firing, but then you can still accidentally do it. You accidentally, blow up and she's near it. Or you can tell her to stay somewhere and then an enemy might come grab her. So like I at one time I was in an area where there's tons of crazy stuff going on, so I told her to stay at the front of the start of the area where it's safe, and then I was gonna go through and then get her to come follow me again, right? But the problem was once you get halfway through, enemies spawn at the entrance, so then they got her, right? But no, I will say like that does it really well.
You remind me of one thing that I love how you can like shoot weapons out of the air. I've done that a few times.
It's so hilarious where they throw something and you just fire and it's like
falls.
It falls.
Or just like with these enemies who have like unlimited sights on them.
Yeah. Oh like... god. Did you get hit by the scythe? By an enemy throwing a scythe at you?
I think once.
So there's a chance that if it's at the right level, it will fly. If the blade hits Leon's neck, it will immediately slice it off and kill you instantly.
Oh my god.
It's the most ridiculous thing. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, there's so many small little secrets. Like, so you know how you can kick them, right? There's another way. I think it's if you shoot both their knees, they'll fall to their knees. If you press the button then, he German suplexes them. Like, it's so silly. God. Oh, it's... So yeah, Leon is definitely a character that when I see, I'm like, he's such a fun character.
Yeah. I liked when he, like, the guy with, like, the pitchfork, he, like, kicked over his head and, like, broke his neck on the wall.
Yeah, so, I don't know if you know this, but, Resident Evil 4 started as Devil May Cry 1.
Really?
Yes. Devil May Cry was supposed to be the original Resident Evil 4.
Huh.
So that's why it's kind of more goofy in tone and like the cutscenes get really silly later. Okay. Because it's meant to sort of be like, it was originally done with the intention of it being like Dante in mind.
Okay.
So that's why it has and that's why if you play Devil May Cry 1, the way you pick up items and solve puzzles in the mansion, which is a castle, is the same as Resident Evil. Huh. So they started kind of at the same thing. There's the fabled Resident Evil 4 prototype is pretty much like when the games were 1. So like it's like it was a weird thing, but
That's cool.
So yeah. So you think you'll go back and play it?
Oh, definitely.
For sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
All right.
So now that we have done our first foreign exchange, I think it's time for us to do the second one. So
you do your first.
Well, I don't have something to give you.
Oh no!
Because it's already in your house.
Oh no! Oh no!
I lent you the Berserk movies.
Oh no!
So I'm gonna task you with watching the first 2. Because it's together is about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Because the third one's about the same as the length of the first 2 combined.
Okay.
So, but the first 2 Berserk movies.
All right.
On Blu-ray. You can watch it in English or Japanese. I do recommend the English, honestly. It's really good. I will say don't watch it with family around.
No, I'm going to be watching it at night.
Fair enough. But maybe watch it with friends. If you want. But that is what and like I said, you already have it. I lent it to you and you never watched it. That's what I'm lending to you.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
Okay, so...
I'm taking a sip of my drink, ready to spit take.
I know you don't like shooting games. This isn't really a shooting
I
game.
know what this is going to be.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No. I'm not just going to give you something you expect.
Okay. Swear to God, if this is Call of Duty. Swear to God.
You know, I love Rockstar, right? The game company.
Okay, yeah.
So this isn't their most prolific game, but it is one of my favorites out of them, just because of the atmosphere and the setting.
Okay.
And that you just don't shoot people, but you also...
Rope them up. Cowboy, yeehaw.
You also solve murders.
Okay. L.A. Noire.
Yes.
So I'm just going to let you know I've watched 2 full Let's Plays of L.A. Noire.
Recently?
Within the last 3 years.
Do you remember, like, what to do? Like, do you remember the cases?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? No, I'll still play it, because playing it myself will be different, because there was a lot of cutting. It wasn't the raw experience.
What do you mean cutting?
Their playthroughs were cut up.
Oh, okay.
Like the highlights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll definitely still give it a go, for sure.
Sure.
17 gigabytes? Jeez.
Doom's like 80.
Fair enough. Wait, even on disc?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a big game.
I guess. All right, sounds good. So next week we are doing Berserk and L.A. Noire.
I like this already.
Yeah, so I like it. We're gonna Burnout Resident Evil 4, that's fine. That's similar-ish, like kind of in terms of era. No, now we're going weird. Oh, this is gonna be great. All right, so tune in next week for that. And if you didn't, it will be in the title, so you'll be able to see anyways. And it's letter time. Letter time.
So we got
Read the first one.
1.5.
1.5. Got it.
Yes. All right. So first letter is from Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Tanner, Adrian.
Hey, they got your name.
Yes. Hope you two had a good 2 weeks. I have 2 questions.
I think we had pretty good 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. He has 2 questions. Question 1: have there been any movies that you watched and thought were okay, but after giving them some thought, started to think they were just really bad?
I was looking through my old Facebook posts a while ago, and I was ranting and raving about how Transformers 3 was awesome. No, that's not true at all anymore. There's a lot of stuff where it's like, at the time, a lot of the Marvel second movies, like the Blank 2, it's like, I went to Iron Man 2, and when I saw it as a kid, I'm like, yeah, Iron Man 2, and then now I'm like...
I think it's better now.
No, I still... Thor 2.
Oh, well.
I enjoyed it when it first went to it. Now it's really bad.
Yeah. I almost think, like, I'm not saying it's a bad movie in any sense of the word, but when I first went to see Black Panther, I thought it was, like, an amazing movie. But now, like, I've watched it, like, maybe 4 times. I can see the cracks.
To be fair, watching any movie 4 times would do that, but...
But, like, there's just some sort of, like, plot holes, some inconsistencies in the movie that, like, kind of bother me.
No, fair enough.
But I still, like, enjoy the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Question 2. Are there any titles for episodes of TV shows you just love? For example, one of my favorite series...
It's called Gintama.
Has some stupid fun titles for episodes.
They're really good. I love Gintama episode titles. Read these examples out loud because they're so good.
So, in the second season of Prison Break, they've already broken out of the prison, but the name works once you realize that society is a prison.
That's the name of the episode.
Jump and power creep go hand in hand.
So jump is like the like jump force, like jump the company,
Yeah.
and power creep means like things from the beginning aren't as powerful as stuff by the end. So like, for example, in Pokemon, compare when you have God on your team versus a level 1 Pidgey, right? That's power creep.
There are 2 types of humans in the world. Those that shout special attacks and those that don't.
And then the last one, not a damn thing happened in summer 2013.
Huh.
Oh, I love Gintama episode title. Like, I don't watch the show because it is a weekly comedy show, and I mean, I could hop in at any time, but it's those episode titles are so good.
So you go ahead.
Well, not for me for episode titles, but this reminds me of the chapter titles of my favorite book of all time, The Lightning Thief, which have some. Let me pull them up. They have some of the best chapter names, which I thought were hilarious as a kid. See if I. Oh, that's gonna give. I typed in The Lightning Thief chapter. Oh, here, perfect. I was gonna say it's gonna give me from the store chapters. Like number 1, I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. Chapter 2, 3 old ladies nick the socks of death. I play Pinocchio with a horse.
I become a known fugitive.
Yeah, like they're so good. My dinner goes up in smoke. We capture a flag. I'm off request. I ruin a perfectly good bus. We visit the Garden Gnome Emporium. We get advice from a poodle. I plunge to my death. A god buys us cheeseburgers. We take a zebra to Vegas. We shop for waterbeds. We find out the truth, sort of. I battle my jerk relative. Yeah, like the chapter titles are so good. Like Demon Pigeons Attack. Let's see here. What are some other ones?
Snowboarding with a pig.
Yeah, like, and they all make sense in context. Like they're not just random. Like they all make sense, but they're so funny. I scoop poop. I set myself on fire. They're really good. I love these books. They're so fun. So fun. I just want to look at more Gintama titles because they're the best. I'm just gonna pull up some random ones. Let me see here. Let's see here. From a foreigner's perspective, you're the foreigner. From an alien's perspective, you're an alien. If a person is dead, they can't come back to life.
The Chosen Idiots.
Using the carrot and stick method depends on the situation. Oh, these are so good. Let's see here. There's probably the best one if I go to images here. Definitely do not let your girlfriend see the things you do for cross or use for cross-dressing. People with dark pasts can't shut up. A reunion also brings to surface things you don't want to remember. Birthdays in your 20s don't have any deep meanings. Nothing lasts forever, including parents, money, youth, your room, dress shoes, me, you, and the Gintama anime. Give a thought to planned pregnancy. Marriage is prolonging an illusion for your whole life. Wait, look at this title. Someone said, don't complain about your job at home. Do it somewhere else. So let me complain. It's already been a year since this anime, which began with the Land of Samurai, the days when our country were things long in the past. A lot of things have happened since then, so I thought it'd be a good time to look back. And then someone asks, a recap episode, isn't that slacking? Look, it's hard work pulling together an anime, so stop complaining. That is the best. They're so good episode titles. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. You don't have any on your
not funny ones, but like I like episode titles that like I like watching the episode to see where that episode title comes up.
Oh, okay.
And, like, what context it is. So like in one of the Better Call Saul episodes, the episode is called Click with a K.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, what's this all about? And it's like the click Chuck puts on the tape recorder to record his Jimmy's confession.
Okay.
And it's like, that's cool. I like cool ones that like...
I definitely don't like ones that where like if you start up a new series on like Netflix and you see all the titles and like the last one is like a spoiler in the title. It's like, that sucks. In that case, don't show me the titles. And I always purposely, whenever I'm watching a show, I never, like, you know, when you're browsing through and it shows like the next episode description, I refuse to read it if I'm watching. No, because it always like for anime it spoils stuff, and I'm like, I'm not.
For sitcoms, it's like, what are they going to do?
Oh yeah, for sitcoms it doesn't matter, but for plot based stuff, it's right. Like you look ahead and it will literally, like, if an episode ends in a cliffhanger, I want to see it in the show and not read how they get out. Oh, okay. You know.
All right.
I can't wait to see what you two send to other this week to play, watch, and read. Well, it was Berserk 1 and 2 and L.A. Noire.
Yes.
All right, and we got one from Mauricio again. Hey guys, it's Mauricio here with another email question. I want to send this email since this is a cool opportunity. What is a game movie that you recommend to a friend because of blank subject genre? For me, it would be the 2016 indie action game Fury because of its 12 out of 10 soundtrack. This game came out in 2016, and there hasn't been a game so far that has beat the soundtrack. I highly recommend you guys give it a try. That's one that's definitely I want to check out on the Switch there. But there's so many games. Give it a try since you can beat it in one session. It's out on every console, including the Switch. There are discounts and sales every month for it. Yeah, so it's really cool. It's one of those games where it's all boss fights.
Yeah, that's what.
That's dope.
I need to get around to it. I have it on PS4 because it was a free title.
Oh right, I own it.
Yeah,
I can just play it. You can see a one-off from the Super Best Friends play / Total Biscuit to see if you like it. Serious, this game is amazing. Okay, so what is a game or movie that you recommend to a friend because of subject or genre?
I think for you it would be Persona 5 because of the music.
Yeah, no.
How did you get me into Metal Gear?
I think I just told you to play Metal Gear because
5 was coming out.
Well, yeah, 5 was coming out, and I started talking to you about it, and you're like, I don't know anything about Metal Gear. I'm like, dude, you played Smash Bros. Brawl. How do you not know about Metal Gear? And that was when I was like, what? You don't study every single character that gets added to Smash Bros. To know their entire history like I do?
Nope.
Because I'm really bad for crossover games like that. Whenever there's like a crossover game that I'm interested in, I have to know where they all come from. So, PlayStation All-Stars, I was researching all those characters. Like, I didn't get to play one for all of them, but I got to at least know almost every one of them.
Yeah.
The jump games, learning who they are and stuff. So, like, that's for me there. But, yeah, so, no, definitely, like, if I want to get someone into, Persona, or I mean, into an RPG, I'd say, like, yeah, Persona would be a great one. Because it's not too hard. And but it still has the mechanics that are important to learn. Like the ideas about blocking and ideas about, being at the right level. So I definitely recommend, like Persona for that. I would always try and give someone a Warriors game based on a franchise they like.
You didn't do that with me.
I didn't do it with you because you were excited for Hyrule Warriors, and so I said, okay, we'll play the One Piece one to show you what it would feel like, to show you how it kind of works, and so you got to try that out there to see how that goes. But I would definitely say, like, if someone's interested in a Warriors game, I'd say, okay, look at this list. Which of these franchises or settings are you interested in? And then we go from there, right? Because in the end, like, yeah, as you go on, they get better. But at the same time, there's still, like, you can go back in the old ones and play them, and they have different mechanics. So, you can work with that for sure.
Okay.
All right. Now for the Japan question. So the news came out that the JoJo Part 8 manga is finally ending soon. Wow, I've not been reading Part 8 manga. I'm going to be real. I didn't know that. Thank God, because it's the weakest part to me. Yeah, from what I read, it's definitely, it feels directionless compared to last parts, but I will have to read it myself to figure it out. I'm literally putting JoJo Part 8 on hold until it's done because I'm so bored of it right now. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. Either the author has lost creativity, or I'm not enjoying it that much because the other parts I was able to bench read it. So what were some show manga game series that you were able to like in the beginning, but put on hold because you got fed up with it until a later date to read, watch, play it? Well, I mean, yeah, JoJo Part 8 for me. Like, I tried to sit down and start it, and it was... So here's... let me explain. Every other part is very set in what you have to do. Defeat Dio. Solve the mystery of these men who are, god beings. Defeat Dio. Solve a murder in a small town. Become a gangster leader of a gangster troupe, get out of jail, win a race across America. Like, these are all set ideas.
Okay.
Now comes Part 8, and it's just like, a dude who doesn't, like, I guess it's supposed to be him solving the mystery of his past because he doesn't know who he is, but, like, that's been solved. So, like, it's a bit weird. Let's see what else that you were like in the beginning, but put on hold because you got fed up with it. I'm usually not one to put it off because I get fed up with it, but it's usually if I put it down, it's just because it didn't
click.
Didn't click, yeah. Only very rarely will I go back and have something click. It'll usually just be if I go back, it's because it did not click, but it's just because I just didn't have time. I won't go back to it usually. That's just what it is. Like, I usually just don't go back.
Well, I put down Twilight Princess because of that cat minigame at the beginning of the game.
The fishing?
Yeah. I couldn't figure it out.
That's so easy. I don't get what people...
I put it down for like a few months and then came back and then it clicked. So that's one case where it did work.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
That was my first Zelda game too, so.
Fair enough. I don't know. Again, JoJo Part 8. That's, yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right, so Western time. Adrian, now that the CW shows are coming back, which I don't watch any of them anymore, but you can skip season 4 of The Flash because it was bad and you will lose nothing of interest. I remember Flash being really good in the first 2 seasons.
People said that, yeah.
And then the third just kind of screwed everything up. And then Arrow, or lose nothing of interest going into season 5. Arrow's good again since season 5, and season 7 is just Oliver kicking ass, which I've heard. I've heard it kind of fell off in 3, 4, 5. No, seasons 3 and 4 were bad, and then 5 and 6 were good. I don't really want to watch them again. But,
yeah.
Have you guys ever considered watching something because you heard something spoilery about it and wanted to try it out?
Okay, no, there's definitely been examples where I hear a dumb spoiler and I'm like, I have to learn where this comes. I think JoJo thrives on that. You could say JoJo spoilers and it makes people go, what? And then they get interested. I could just say out of nowhere, Jesus Christ was the first JoJo.
That's kind of interesting.
That's true.
That's kind of interesting.
He's literally the first JoJo. His name is Joshua Bar Joseph, and he is in... I'm going to type in JoJo Jesus, and I'm just going to show you just to prove that I'm not lying. There he is. There he is. Jesus on the JoJo's Bizarre Wiki.
That's crazy.
There he is. Jesus Christ. Character from JoJo no Kimio na Boken.
That's crazy. I'm trying to think.
Oh, let's see. Something spoilery. Yeah, it's I have to look around the room for stuff.
I don't really like to spoil myself.
Well, I don't intentionally spoil myself, but okay, for me, I'll just sometimes see something that I put down just occasionally because I just don't have time is I like watching Kamen Rider, right? But I'll put down it for a while. But then all it takes is someone to show me a new dumb form on Twitter to be there in a GIF, a new dumb outfit, and I'm like, okay, I got to see how he gets this new dumb outfit. So then I'll continue watching to get me back into it.
I think something that I haven't played, but I want to play is the first Nier game. Because when I learn the plot stuff there, it's I want to play it regardless of the bad gameplay.
No, for sure. That's another one that a lot of people are going back to now. Well, that's even that's why I got all the Drakengard games because I know the twists and the spoils, and those games are bad, but the story is so interesting. I want to experience it for myself. For sure. That's a good example. P.S. Tanner, The Legends of Tomorrow Season 3 finale is a Kirby CGI boss battle with some dark matter creature. It was the most hilarious thing. It's up on YouTube at this point. I showed it to people and got on board with the show. My dad watches it. I'll just watch him. I just walk in on him watching it and sit down sometimes. So I'll go watch it on YouTube later. Well, take care and see you next week.
And that is it, I believe.
And you said 2.5?
1.5. Because
okay.
Mauricio's question.
Fair enough.
This one was 1, and then the other one was another email.
Okay. Sounds good. So that about does it for this week for us.
It's a long one.
A little bit. I don't think it was too much longer than normal. Yeah, it's still about 2.5 hours, usually. This is what it comes down to, usually. So, like we said, I will be streaming some LA Noire sometime this week.
Let me know when you do.
Yep.
Preferably on a weekend.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, you have the first 2 Berserk movies to get through.
Yeah. I like to watch it closer to the next period. So
fair enough.
It's fresher in my
fair
mind.
Enough. And we will see you in 2 weeks then.
Yep. Be sure from now until then, send in your questions.
Yeah, send in your questions there.
To shipsworldwidepodcast@gmail.com.
That is shipsworldwidepodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. No spaces, no caps, no hyphens.
Well, caps don't
dashes.
matter. They could put it in caps and it wouldn't change anything.
That's fair, yeah.
Emails are not case sensitive.
Gamescom 2, we might do a bonus episode.
We might. We'll see. It depends. You'll know if we tweeted about it. Because we'll be freaking out. So we'll see you all next time.
Where can they find you? I want to do this now.
Fair enough, yeah. I can be found at Tanner of the North on YouTube or at Tanner L. Peer on Twitter.
And you can find me at H1000 on Twitter.
Yes, go follow him. He does the good tweets.
The good retweets. I don't tweet that often.
You tweets occasionally.
Very occasionally.
Very occasionally. There's some humor to be had in your musings sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, so we will see you all then.
Yes.
Ciao.
Bye.